All right. Hopefully this is working. Hello, hunters. Good to see you on this Sunday morning, early afternoon. Actually, it's just turned 12 o'clock here. Hope you are all having a wonderful Sunday. If you're not watching the playoffs, although I don't know what time the NFL games start today. I checked out yesterday's games. They were okay. I did my morning walk to get my walking quests in. So I'm having a pretty good day myself. But I wanted to get in here and talk about some of the things that have been happening this week, give you guys the information that you come to this channel for. So without further ado, we can talk about, at least the big story for me, is Cat Mania 2.0. So we have, let's see, the Cat Blueprints came out in, November? Hey, Manel. What's going on? Cat Mania 2.0, are you on board or what? We got, 62,000 blueprints left, so a decent amount have been sold. You didn't buy any. I bought a red key's worth, and I didn't own any cat blueprints before. I think it was, Halloween was 2021 with the cat blueprints, and there were 100,000 in the store, went down to like 80K. So sold like 20,000 so far, so that's not too bad. I don't know if I would have expected more. Honestly, I don't think I would have expected them to have sold more this time around than the first time around, since it's kind of already happened. A lot of the OGs are still here, but I think that having sold like 19,000 is not too bad in the first couple of days. I already put mine on the auction house. Not all of them. I put, I think, 10. Oh, yeah. There's no way they're selling out, Manel. Like, there's absolutely no chance that they're going to sell out at this point. It would have needed to go down by, like, tens of thousands immediately to have any shot at selling out. But that would have been crazy. Even with the keyflation and the number of, rural hunters with tons of keys, it's you just can't buy that many blueprints. I mean, I can't imagine that they're going to go out there and buy like 300-400 blueprints a piece, because the print cost would just be insane. So it would really just be an investment in keeping the blueprints for as long as possible. And I know cat blueprints sold really well before they came out again. I think people were getting like 30, 40, 50 keys per blueprint. So that was a good investment, but you had to hold them for over a year, and the tikis haven't sold nearly as well. I think they're probably still slightly profitable if you sell them in a big bunch, but they're not very profitable, and honestly, there's probably times where you don't make much profit. Yeah, they need the red lay, and I don't know how much red lays go for, to be honest with you. I don't think it's that expensive, but yeah, it's not a mat that you can get just over and over. The footballs, yeah, no way the footballs will sell. I can't. There's too many of the football players, the soccer players. I can't see the blueprints selling well with the 1,000 football. It's too expensive. Those were a really, really expensive common print. That's why I didn't participate that much. I did not want to spend that many greens to get that many soccer balls. When it came out, it was just like, it was nuts. There was 32 teams, and it was 1,000 soccer balls. Was 1,000, I think, per print. It was just too many. So yeah, those guys won't sell. But we'll see what happens with the cats. I got Rail, shout out Rail, in my two cat blueprint bunches in the auction house. He put his bid on both of them, so they're gonna sell for a pretty decent price. I'll get some green keys and blue keys back, so hopefully that red key wasn't wasted. We'll see. I know there was a big chunk of anthurium that went into the auction house, so I've kind of got my eye on that, but we'll see. Hey, VW Rules Chick, good to see you. Good to have you in the chat. It is great to talk to you. Hopefully, we can see each other soon. Are you going to Coin Hunt Fest, VW Rules Chick? I hope to see you there. because obviously it was awesome to see you in Hawaii. Been thinking about that. Excellent trip. Really excited to see hunters again come Vegas. But yeah, Catmania 2.0. I'm selling paint. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I don't think I haven't printed any. I don't know if I'll probably print at least one or two, just because I haven't printed any cats before, and I just want to print like at least one, just to do it. And you never know, maybe I'll get the Missy. Very, very, very unlikely. Flight outstanding. Are you looking to get a like a points, pay with points maybe? Because I would think you want to book that kind of soon, because the rates might start to go up. We're just a little over a month and a half, not even a month and a half out now. So you may want to get on that VW rules check. I don't know, but that would be my advice, is get on that flight. It's not a really long flight from your area, from Vancouver, so hopefully it's not too bad price wise. But I'm looking forward to it. Vegas is going to be awesome. Maybe we can see Manel get banned live if he's a little too feisty. You never know. But fly from Bellingham. Is that like a smaller regional airport, or is that the big Vancouver airport? Because I don't know what the Vancouver airport was called. I flew in there one time in 2019, I think. I went to Vancouver. Beautiful city. It was July. I was there for Canada Day. Oh, you're flying out of Washington? What in the world? So you're renting a car, taking it to Bellingham, and then... Or are you just going to use your own car and park it in Washington for a little bit? That's crazy. That's an interesting way. Med, what's going on, Medrich? Good to see you, buddy. I was listening to the latest Coin Hunt crew. Hey, who's Coin Hunt World? Crashman, what's going on? Good to see y'all. I was listening to the latest Coin Hunt crew for my morning walk. Cole, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to have you all in here. Yeah, I was listening to Coin Hunt Crew on my morning walk. Good stuff as always, Med. It's a pleasure to have that podcast in the lineup, to be able to listen to it. I listened to it on Fountain, which again, I'm gonna shout that out. If you guys haven't used the Fountain app, it's a pretty cool way to earn a small amount of Satoshis, but some is better than none. So you just download Fountain app. And you get paid some amount of Satoshis, 1 to 9 Satoshis for every minute, up to 60 minutes per day. So it's pretty sweet. Today I got 3 sats per minute, so I got 180 sats total. So that was pretty sweet. I've got 4 before. Usually you get 1, but you never know. And just free sats. So, and the app works well. I haven't had any issues with it. I know Corlithio was having some issues with it, but it's been good for me. So we were just talking about Catmania 2.0. What are you all doing? Have you all bought a bunch of cat blueprints? Are you deep in the throes? Is yellow paint? I have some yellow paint on the auction house that is not selling that well, I think. I think it was 5,000 going for 35 keys. So clearly no one needs the yellow paint just yet, but that was just a tester to see. So I have more that hopefully, I think at least people will need over the next week or 2 weeks, and we'll see where that goes. But I'm hoping that yellow paint sells well, because the green paint I offloaded during the Tiki Mania last year, and that worked out well. I sold not enough. I sold 50k green paint. I had over 100, so I wish I sold it all. I just couldn't part with all of it, but I should have, because that price for green paint was crazy. And obviously green paint is the worst paint to have. It's good for absolutely nothing except for tikis, right? I don't know. I guess you need a little bit for cats, but I don't think it's enough to require people to buy it. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can tell me if it's something that people will start buying in the auction house as this progresses, as Catmania goes on. Let's see. But yeah, let me know what you guys are doing. How many blueprints you bought? I bought 50 so far. I really did it to kind of break down a red key. I've never done that before. I've never broken down a red key. So hopefully, the price I get on those, I'm going to save maybe at least 10 just for a longer term hold to see if I can get more for for them later on. But with so many selling, you think green and yellow start selling better later in the week? Hopefully, I'll start selling later in the week then, Medbridge. I'll definitely be selling paint though. Cole bought 2 so far. That is a small number, sir. I'm expecting more. No, I was kidding. Yeah, whatever you want to do in terms of picking them up. I'll probably pick up another 5. Crashman. That's a good round number. Going to throw a yellow key at it. Okay. I think that's not a bad idea. What? Medvrich, no cat BPs yet? You were around for the Catmania 1.0. So how many did you don't have the Black Cat blueprint? Does anyone here, other than Manel, if he's still here, have the Black Cat blueprint? Because I know that there's been a little bit of discussion about like whether or not they'll bring back the cauldrons and you'll be able to get the Black Cat blueprint again. I seriously doubt it. Oh, VW also has the Black Cat blueprint. Okay, all right. So Vancouverites are got their hands in the Black Cat monopoly as well. All right, solid. Yeah, I can't see them bringing it back. I just none left. Yeah. Everyone printed all of theirs, Medbridge, during the first Catmania 1.0, and then we were just talking about Snoozy this morning with good old Baby Tooth, and I know that one there was like an error because only Missy, right, was supposed to be hard to print, but Snoozy at the beginning had an error and only had like a 1% print rate, I think is what Baby Tooth said, and but they fixed it, so it kind of sucks if you bought Snoozy early on because then you paid like a crazy amount, I would imagine, because it was a low print rate. And then all of a sudden, it becomes a common print, just like the rest of them. So some people, I'm sure, were frustrated by that. But anyways, the Black Cat, I don't think that they would do that. There's only like 30 blueprints, and who knows how many are actually left with active accounts. I don't know if anyone that's been banned has had the Black Cat blueprint. Like, you know, obviously someone like Beardy comes to mind. Who else might have had the Black Cat that got banned? I don't know. I don't. Fua Mix. Beardy did have it. Okay, well there you go. One Black Cat down. Although I don't know who you're really competing with when you're printing those Black Cats. I don't think it's a big pool of people anyways that are actively trying to print that bad boy. But I don't see them bringing it back. You guys can hope. You can hope. I think that there is a possibility that they could do a second epic cat blueprint, and it could be done for Coin Hunt Fest. I don't know. What are your thoughts on them bringing the cats back to have something going down at Coin Hunt Fest? I think that seems to me the most likely scenario, unless this is kind of like a quasi event that they want to do for February or something in between the Christmas event and Coin Hunt Fest. But I would just imagine that they're going to have this go down at Coin Hunt Fest. That's what I would like to see anyways. Got to take our keys somehow. Yeah, I mean, I know they want their keys, but you would think that there's going to be something that they would do. Dogs would do very well, different breeds and sizes. What do you mean dogs? Egyptian cat? That would be pretty dope. I know G has been talking about an Egyptian cat, something like that, like a pharaoh. Yeah, that would be pretty rad. QB dogs? They will have those at some point, Cole. I'm sure that they will have QB dogs. Maybe for the next Doge event, they'll have like some rotating dogs. If we ever do get another Doge event, we want dog QBs. Bunch of dog people want the dog. I'm a dog person myself, even though I have my little cat. But I would love to have some dog QBs to buy. So we'll see. But right now we got the cat blueprints in the auction house or in the shop, and I think that we will get something. I think that there's going to be a reason to have all 9. Not, advice to buy the cats, but I think there will be a reason, and that's why I might buy another red keys worth. I have 2 red keys left, so I'm not swimming in red keys or anything. I'm not like a key baron. I don't usually have very much. So I got that from some lucky sales, I think, over Christmas. But I might sink one more in because I would like to print some more. I've been thinking about it, Manel, but man, it's expensive. So the anthurium flowers are crazy. I don't understand why those anthurium flowers are so expensive at like 1 key per anth. They're only good for what, a couple of blueprints, right? The seal, the turtle, actually, do any of the old Hawaii epics use it? Oh man, is it does the Aloha, the Chill QB, does he use Anth? Oh crap, I forgot about those guys because I was thinking it was just the turtle, the seal, and the Tiki Chief, but obviously that's an older flower, so it probably is used for one of those epics from the previous Hawaii, the one that I did not play. I love the Chill QB. I would love to have that freaking BP because he is like the coolest QB, I think. I have my favorite QBs, but like the Chill QB is the coolest QB, I think, in my opinion. Like, guy just looks like he's having a good time. And the reason that I would want the freaking anthurium is because I have the Tiki Chief, and I would love to sell it, but at like for 2,000 anthurium, printing a Tiki Chief is a risky business, especially if you're buying the anth in small lots. So at a red key, it becomes a little bit more like attractive, I guess, because I can get rid of a red key because I'll get red keys back for the Tiki Chief, at least hopefully. But yeah, 2 red keys for the anth, plus you need lays and resin. So it's an expensive, and the koa wood, can't forget the koa wood. So it's a tough like proposition. Those are not, the numbers don't really favor it. Gia, do we think we'll have an Egyptian cat? And what is with my, why is this? Oh, here we go. Wait, Illusionweaver's in the chat? Whoa, what's going on? Probably pick up another 5. My God, this little chat freaking thing I have. Blame Vancouver. Oh, it's always blame Vancouver, Manel. That's always the answer. That is always the answer. Hoth, good to see you, buddy. Wow, my friggin' scrolling is not working. Yes, sir, Illusionweaver. We got that Sunday, easy Sunday stream going. Enjoying myself. I hope you are enjoying yourself, Illusionweaver. Taking some time to enjoy a good day. You don't have to work 24/7. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Man, I can't stream or scroll this thing very easily. I do think we're going to have an epic cat blueprint in Vegas, Gia. We were just talking about that. I absolutely think we're going to get something like that. So fingers crossed. I want an epic cat blueprint. I have my rarest blueprint is for sure the ghost pilot blueprint from Halloween. I there was like 70, something like that. So it cost me my soul. It cost me a couple of epic. That was one expensive blueprint. Oh my God. Do you think so? I don't, Manel, on that, I don't think it's going to be a Vegas only blueprint. So I don't think that that's going to be the case. I just think that that's when they're going to drop it. I'm saying that right now. I don't think that it's going to be a Vegas only blueprint. I could totally be wrong, but I think it'll be something everyone can participate in, but that it will be a Illusionweaver has got some thick skin. I'll say that because yeah, there's anyways, I would bet that it's something that everyone can participate in. It just drops while the event is going on. Anti-turret coating. Oh man, yeah, but I hope so, Gia. I hope we get that. I haven't printed my cats yet, but I will do so at some point. I should probably do it, I guess, before I run out of yellow paint. But that Missy, I'll probably just buy Missy. I don't think that I'm gonna like roll the dice and just keep printing and printing and printing. When one hits the auction house, I'll probably just just buy a Missy. I don't think... Someone did the math, though. I don't know if you guys caught that. Someone did the math, and at old Missy prices, if you bought enough, it might be actually better to try and print Missy. But I think because of that, the price for Missy will go down. So I'm going to say, Manel, I think that Missy, after like a week or so of this cat mania, will come down to somewhere around like 500 or 600 keys. But I could be off. That's my guess. What do you guys think? What will Missy go for after we've had a little bit of printing and people start actually printing Missy cats? You think we're gonna go higher? Is it still gonna continue to go for a red? Will there be demand from people like me that don't want to bother, rolling the dice and printing it, or is it gonna go for less even? Are there gonna be, just tons and tons? We've already had almost 20,000 blueprints sold. So I'd buy that. Yeah, I'm hoping, Med. I'm hoping. That's what I'm going to hold out for. That's kind of my target, what I would look for. Maybe 500-600, something like that. But that's just a guess. I don't know. Gia says not going to happen. She thinks it'll be more expensive, red key. So I don't know. Is that what you think, Gia? Is still going to be a red key? It takes a lot of prints before you get that bad boy. Gosh darn, I wish I could remember the exact number that the guy said. I think it was like 70 prints is that you should have a good shot at it, something. But we'll see, guys. I don't know. The reason I think that partly think anyways that it'll go for less than a red is because so many people already have Missy, right? All the OGs, lots of people that aren't even OGs, don't have or already have Missy. So are a lot of the newbies going to go after Missy? Do they care to go after Missy? Do they even know that Missy is the rare one? I don't know. Unless some of the people that have Missy already will bid it up just because they wanna hold it and keep it as an investment and maybe have a second one in case. Something I hadn't really thought about is that people that already have one might want to have another one because they think that if a cauldron appears and they need to throw a Missy in, they want to have a second one. If you're like a QB collector like Manel, that you have to have it so that you stay up on the leaderboards, then obviously you might want to have a backup one in case they steal yours away like they did those 9 QBs during Halloween. So we'll see. Oh my God, someone in El Salvador printed 2 Missies already? That is some luck. I like it. Who was it? Do you know, Gia? That's freaking awesome. That is some good, solid luck. Oh my God. One is up for sale. I wonder what it's up for. I can't, my phone is my camera, so I can't look up Coin Hunt World while I'm streaming here. Maybe someday I'll be able to upgrade to having a decent webcam, because I do have a webcam. It sucks. I tried it one time. I was like, oh no, that is not good enough. But wow, Osvaldo. Okay, there we go. That is some solid. I got my morning, even though it's lunchtime, smoothie. Yeah, I love this Cat Mania stuff, though. I love when we have the randomizers hit the shop. I think it just creates kind of a good buzz around the game. So I'm excited. It's not an Apple. No, hell no. I don't do Apple. Get out of here. I'm an Android guy. It's a Samsung S21. Samsung S21. My wife has the good one, the S21 Ultra, not the S22. We haven't upgraded, but. How are you guys feeling about this freaking pump in Bitcoin and ETH? Oh my God. I know there's a lot of people are disappointed because now we're not seeing that 600 plus Bitcoin Satoshi drop, which is obviously that was really cool when we were getting over 650. It was crazy, but feels good to have this pump going. I mean, it just invigorates you to get out there and hunt a little bit more. Hit the bigger. I mean, obviously you should be doing it more when it's down. That's the smarter play. But for some reason, that's just human psychology. Whatever it is, I've been out there trying to hit a couple extra vaults, so, making sure I hit a couple extra greens. So I've been enjoying the crap out of it. And there was some good discussion the other day in the Discord about just kind of the crypto nature, hunt more before Bitcoin and ETH gain even more. I hope that they keep gaining. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm gonna keep hitting them and seeing what happens. I had some bad luck this morning in terms of green. I got resources from my 2 green vaults that I hit this morning, but what can you do? It's okay. I didn't look at what paint came out of it. I don't like to, if it's blue or green, whatever. It doesn't matter. If it's red, fine, good. But I try not to look because I don't want to be disappointed if I get 250 green paint from a green key. And I missed one of the vaults. It took 3 green keys, and I have 0 green keys at the moment, so I was just up forging blues, which is obviously the worst feeling to miss the question after you up forge 10 blues, but whatever. It's not like this month is even great for me from a blue perspective. I've missed so many questions. Some of these categories are like, they're just tough for me. Food and drink, I can routinely miss some. I'd say, like maybe 10%. Same with geography. Sometimes I'll miss some, or they're at best like a grape, but it's okay. It's still with the prices pumping. I'm not discouraged at all. I'm still hitting everything, and with the cats out, I want to hit the vaults to get paint anyways, because I want to get yellow and green paint to sell it. Maybe yellow paint. I don't know how green paint will sell, but I want to get that yellow paint so I can sell it to all these crazy cat printers. Hopefully that guy in El Salvador is like, I need to print so many freaking cats because he's got so excited because he printed 2 missies already. So there are a bunch of new questions out there, Matt. How are you guys feeling about the new questions? I've seen the geography questions. I actually like. I feel like I have a decent shot at them. So the new geography questions that I've noticed are the how many people are in this, country. So it's like I saw one for Japan. I saw one for Sri Lanka, which there's a side note on that. There's a lot of questions about Sri Lanka in this game, and my wife is Sri Lankan, and it's a very small country, and so I'm like wondering if there's someone on the dev team that's Sri Lankan, because I'm like, there's a lot of questions. I saw there was one, it was a yellow vault question, I think, or maybe green, but it was yellow, and it was, what is the capital of Sri Lanka? And my answer wasn't there because the capital is Colombo, so I thought, but I guess I looked it up later and there's 2 capitals. I got the answer right because I guessed, but there's 2 capitals, like a legislative and I forget something else, and yeah, so Colombo was not the answer. But anyways, I like those questions about, hey Renee, good to see you. We're just talking about the new questions. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I've been enjoying the new geography questions. I think those, yes, that is the answer, Gia. And I knew that was going to be the answer with relative certainty. When Colombo wasn't there, I was like, that's the answer. Because, my God, like, Sri Lankan, either Sinhalese or Tamil, those are the languages, I think. The words are just enormously long. So I was like, that's the answer, for sure. I'm going to go with that one. Oh, man. But they had one on Japan and maybe Argentina and a couple more. And so I've been liking those ones. I have a better shot. I like those ones more than the questions. Hoth, I think you've already been in here, but if I didn't say hello, what's going on, Hoth? And again, just thank you all for being in here and joining me on this stream, talking Coin Hunt World, chopping it up. It's much better when I get to talk to you guys. So thanks again for being in here. We got a good group in here. What was I talking about? So I haven't experimented. I feel like there are new food and drink questions too, though I can't remember off the top of my head which ones I saw. But I definitely feel like there were some that I hadn't seen before. But so far the new questions I've enjoyed. I think that I've seen some new TV questions. That's right, with like some questions on I don't know why Larry the Cable Guy was coming over. It's not that. Curb Your Enthusiasm questions. So I've gotten a couple of those right. I got one of those wrong today. I think that was one of the Green Vault questions that I got wrong. and it was, what kind of wood does Larry not respect or whatever. And I saw the episode about, there was like an episode where he and Cheryl were going to get together after they'd gotten divorced. But anyways, it was, someone didn't respect wood because they got a ring on a nice desk or table or some crap with a drink, and I don't know what wood it was. I think I put oak because it's common, but that was not the correct answer. So if you guys get that question, which wood did Larry not respect, or maybe he did respect? I don't know. I read it fast. It's not oak. So go for that. One of the other ones was like walnut. I don't know. I don't remember the other answers, but just so you know, that's a question. Maybe look it up. I didn't look it up. That's how I continuously get questions wrong. I just don't look them up afterwards. I try and remember which one I guessed and then come back later and guess again and hope that I get it right. But, sometimes it works out and a lot of times it does not. So that's okay. I still enjoy the hunt, so to speak. Let's see. So my next topic that I wanted to kind of talk about was the Green Vault acquisitions coming up. So Manel actually pointed out to me that Limpy, the king of OG blueprints, is hoping and planning on buying like a bunch of these Green Vaults. And I had always planned on buying at least one, but maybe two. But he's got me thinking about buying more. I don't know how many I could buy, how many potentially I want to buy, but maybe as many as I can, basically, and just put them all over. Play the long game like Limpy. Obviously, it worked out really well with his OG blueprints. Those things are worth a fortune. Don't know how many he has, but I really want to buy as many as I can. So I'll keep stacking some crystal keys in there with Fiat. I don't know if you guys noticed in the Discord the other day, Beats, he posted that he was getting like 25% off of the crystal keys for some reason. It was a Google offer, Google Play Store offer, but he posted a screenshot where it crossed out the $19.99 and put like $14.99, or maybe it was $15.99, something like that. And so immediately I went to my Play Store and did not. Illusionweaver says Green Vaults will do a lot more in the future versus what they do now. I don't know if you want to talk about it, Illusionweaver, but one of the questions that I think some people would like to have answered is whether or not you'll be able to buy multiple Green Vaults, or if it's going to be limited to one Green Vault. But, if you want to spill some of that, feel free, because I want to know. I definitely want more than one. And obviously if it's just going to be one, maybe, we'll see. But anyways, I definitely want to buy the Green Vault if we got some more utility later on. Woo! You need to solve it to be able to claim it. So, wow, interesting. Okay, so you can buy as many as you want, guys. Good news for anyone that's in the market for several, but you need to solve it to claim it. So does that mean like in order to put it down wherever on whatever Green Vault I want, I need to solve it, or do you mean like somehow in the shop or something when you buy it? Because I'm taking that as like if I want to put it on my local Green Vault, I have to go and solve the Green Vault, and then I can claim that Green Vault with my blueprint or something like that. Whatever you guys give for the structure Green Vault blueprint. So that's interesting. Maybe I guess maybe you also could just be like, I want you to be physically at that Green Vault. You can't just claim any Green Vault. Okay, yeah. I'm for sure claiming existing Green Vaults. And so I don't know what you guys all think, but I was thinking about this on my walk when I was listening to the Coin Hunt crew, because I have plans. Okay, oh wow, but you are planning on allowing hunters to just straight up place new ones if and when we get tagging, or when we get tagging in, because that's interesting. Obviously, you've talked about like helping out hunters that live in rural areas and don't have access to Green Vaults, but that's kind of a separate piece to just having the ability to put down a new Green Vault when we have tagging in place. Woo! Very interesting. Very interesting. Gotta love it when Illusionweaver is in the chat. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm planning on putting at least one in Vegas. Oh, but back to what I was thinking, is how will these be built up? Are they going to be built? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Medrich, is that it'll be claim this vault after you solve it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. But so how do you build it? Is it going to be built in a similar way to existing user vaults? Or is this going to be the implementation of like a new building system where you need like the construction QB or the... okay, Medrich has got it. All right, fantastic. Fantastic, Med. The genius. That's why he's on a podcast. And I'm just sitting here spewing out stuff. But, you know, are we going to need a... You're so smart, Medrich. If Renee is telling you you're so smart, then you probably are. They will be in the new building system. Oh, Moses Malone. All right, so what is that going to be like, Hunters? The new building system. I did buy a Foreman QB the other day. Not the other day. It's been a little while now. So I definitely will be placing one where I hit it daily, Minel. I will absolutely... That's going to be the first one I put down, because I was going to see, like, what's the process of building this going to be like. Yeah, and I'm going to go and destroy him. Like, so when I leave... My plan, Manel, is to build it up ahead of time, and then have it ready for Coin Hunt Fest, and then after Coin Hunt Fest, break it down, take it back with me, and put it up at my local green balls. I have two that I hit pretty much daily. One daily, one semi-daily. Yeah, that was actually going to be something. I'm going to assume that you can destroy your green vault structure, Manel. But the question is, how costly will it be to destroy it? You know, like, how long does it take to build it up? How much resin does it cost to build it up? So there may be consideration, because I can't imagine you won't be able to destroy it. I think you'll be able to destroy it, but it's at what cost to you. So, yeah, hopefully, you know, I'll be the guinea pig. Whatever happens, I'm gonna try and put it up. I'm gonna put at least one in Vegas and try and get it built up ahead of time. We'll see. Maybe everyone should go back in the market and buy some more Foreman QBs and construction QBs. I don't have a construction blueprint, famously or infamously, so I can't print those bad boys. So I gotta buy them. But yeah, I should probably. You'll skip that green out of spite. Nah, but will you be able to skip the green, Manel? Am I gonna bring enough to so that you can't skip them? We'll see. I don't know if I can do that. Like, it might be too hard to build that many. I don't know. But I could have a little monopoly in Vegas by the time you get there. No, I definitely won't have that. They'll be too expensive for me to do that. And there's quite a few greens in Vegas, but Mocha Joe, Renee must be a Curb Your Enthusiasm fan. To be fair, who isn't? It's a great show. But yeah, I love all the Curb Your Enthusiasm references. Renee, you have to have seen all the Curb Your Enthusiasm probably multiple times. I think that there's still one more season to come out, so I'm looking forward to that. But getting sidetracked here. Wow, very interesting stuff on this green vault structure. I can't freaking wait for those to hit the shop. I definitely... So you heard it here, guys. You can buy multiple. Limpy, if you're out there, if you're listening, you will be able to get multiples of that green vault. So get your fiat ready, get your crystal keys ready. I wonder how many are going to hit the shop. I wonder if they're going to sell out, if they're going to have more than enough for everyone that wants to buy. You know, it's going to be so interesting. Oh, max for sale per country. Okay. Trivia contributor Hades worked on the curb questions. Wow, shout out Hades. They're good questions, man. They're solid. I think that they're not too hard. The green question was harder for me, but the blue ones are good. I think that they're really solid. And the green ones should be hard, so that's fine. So shout out Hades for some good questions on a great show. I love that show. And it's modern, so I like that. It's not like, you know, an older show where you kind of have to have watched it back in the day. But so we have max green vaults per country. So Limpy is not competing with me, right? Because I think Limpy is Canadian Hunter. God, I really hope that I'm not competing with Limpy. That would suck. But he's said that he wants to buy a lot. So I think we're talking like double-digit numbers. So very speculative. But like I was thinking about it the other day, and while it's expensive, I know, guys, it's really expensive, and this is not meant for obviously like new players. You know, not someone is unlikely to come into this game and be like, yeah, let me plop down $100 on this green vault, even though I don't really know what it is. It can give me a dollar of crypto. I don't know. You know, so I think this is definitely for people that have been in the game, you know, believe in a long-term future. But, you know, you have places like Decentraland where people were buying crazy amounts of land in-game for a game that you really, like, I tried to play, it's like Decentraland and, gosh, there's one more. I tried to play them, and they kind of suck, man. I played it a bit, and you couldn't do much. The games themselves weren't that good. The graphics weren't that great. The experience was really terrible. And there wasn't like a whole lot of things that you got out of it. Whereas here, you know, you're obviously getting crypto back. So is that Quest 1K maybe? Quest 1K? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being in here. Thanks for joining. We're talking about some green vault structures. There was has more DAU's engagement than Decentraland. Gosh darn it, man. How do I get this chat to be bigger? Because it is... There we go. There we go. I need to read that one. Engagement than Sandbox and Meta Horizons Metaverse. Yeah, I don't doubt it, Illusionweaver. I'm sure that you have more engagement because there's stuff to... Hello. Oh, no. Am I getting blitzed from... Oh, gosh. How can I give someone the authority to be able to get rid of people? Oh, man. Hopefully they don't... Oh, gosh. Okay, guys. So how do I... Let's see. We can mute that guy, maybe? Looks like he's already muted. Referral time. Referral time indeed. I know, I got to get a picture up there. Well, regardless of referral, everyone that's in here should definitely be getting Coin Hunt World downloaded onto their Android. Oh, Lord. Did I mute the chat? Did I mute the entire chat? I'm so confused. Oh, gosh, guys. I don't know how to mute these dudes. Okay. Clearly that just muted everybody. Well, hopefully they go away. Go away, people. They got me all mixed up. Now I don't know where I was. Talking about green vaults. But Coin Hunt World. Yes, Renee, dominate the chat. Cabana Club. Come join me on Coin Hunt World. Yes, please, Crashman, everybody. Let's blitz it with referral links. Everyone get in there and get your referral links ready because obviously Cabana Club has some lots of users that are really engaged. So let's get them into Coin Hunt World. Someone has said, have a good stream. I don't know if that was a Russian QB. Oh, my gosh. There we go. Blitz in the chat. I love it. I love it. But, we were talking about the engagement. Yes, Illusionweaver. The engagement has to be, like, off the freaking charts. Hey, was Rainstorm in here? Oh, no, that was Med using one of his emotes, which I have to get my own emotes. But I really can't believe how much people were paying for that Decentraland stuff. And then, you know, I don't want to say people are like balking at the $100 price, because it's a lot. $100 is a lot of money. But, you know, when you think about it in the context of what other types of, you know, crypto-verse games were selling their land for, it's not very much. So thank you everyone out there for blitzing the chat with our Coin Hunt World referral links. I hope everybody gets at least one referral. Illusionweaver, I don't know. Should Illusionweaver have put someone else's? Oh man. But wow, I'm super pumped on green vaults now. I gotta tell you. How many, let's see in the chat, how many of you guys are going to buy one? How many of you guys are going to buy one? How many of you guys are considering buying one? Because obviously, like, I was listening to Coin Hunt Crew, and Rubik's was, oh, Manel's going to do it. Okay, well, you had the crystal keys in there. Smooth Lunch. I saw you say hello. Good to see you. Good to be in here. Smooth Lunch. Glad to have you. We've got a lot of people buying them. Okay, so there's going to be some definite demand. Considering buying one, Crash? Yeah, that's where Rubik's was coming from. Yeah, Med, I was listening to you. You had mentioned in your Coin Hunt Crew podcast that you were actually being kind of swayed, I think, by the community, I think anyways, and more considering it than you had previously. Well, we got Renee and Illusionweaver also going down for one. Yes, not sure which one you want to buy. That's obviously a tough question. But so Rubik's wanted to kind of see how the payback went, what the ROI was. So, you know, I totally get that. For me, this is a longer term bet, because I think that this one is, the ROI is going to be tough right off the bat. $100 is obviously very steep. You know, getting a green key back, what do you value the green key at? It's a longer term play. I think we're talking like, you know, a couple of years where it could really be worth a lot more for various reasons, not just the crypto that you get returned back to you in the form of green keys or whatever. So I'm looking at this not from a direct ROI on the keys. I think that'll be a harder sell. I think the math will be tougher. I don't expect you know, the key kickback to be that super fast. But I do want to have my own, you know, green vault or green vaults, as many as I can, really. So it's good to see that a lot of people are considering it. That's good. Yeah, FOMO for sure, Med. FOMO for sure. These green vaults, I'm loving the energy around them. There's clearly lots of people that want to get one. I didn't think that Manel was going to get one. You surprised me, Manel. I thought you weren't going to buy one. But, you know, I guess you got to do something with all those crystal keys, because it's going to take a long time, 200 keys at a time for Adventure Road. But we'll see what happens with these green vaults. I'm super excited. I got to get in clearly, and I got to buy some more Foremans, because if you weren't in here earlier, Illusionweaver said that to build the green vaults, it will be part of the new building, you know, mechanism. So it's not going to just be put like 10k resin like a user vault. We don't know exactly what it's going to entail, but it could mean that you have to like contribute a foreman QB or a construction QB, some kind of QB to help build it, or it's going to need some kind of community involvement. So we'll see. But I'm going to go in and buy probably a couple more foremans, so that I can have those to plop down. Maybe some construction ones too. I don't really know what the cost of the construction QBs is. I know the foreman roughly is like 100 QBs, something, or 100 keys, something around that. So I can buy a few of those. So Beats, if you're watching, if you're listening, you should list a few of those foremans. Banks are delayed. Oh, yes. Banks are delayed since nobody's giving serious yield anymore. Oh, Lord. Into the centralized... Oh, man. Yeah, all those guys just completely belly up. Oh, my God. What a shitstorm that has been for the entire crypto community, the entire crypto world. Like, I see so much stuff now on Reddit and Twitter about, like, crypto's dead, crypto's a scam, this and that. And it's like, you know, I get it. If you lost a lot of money, like, that's terrible. I know that in the community, we had people that had money in Celsius and other places that got their money locked out, and now they're probably not going to get it back or only get a portion of it back. So it's been terrible to see those places just close up shop, go bankrupt, freeze withdrawals. It's that's obviously been awful. So banks are delayed. That was I think that was supposed to be the first epic, right? So I wonder if banks are going to be delayed until we see more yield on Bitcoin and Ethereum, which could be a while. Like, that could be a while, depending on what happens in the market in general. So I don't want to get into too much, talk on like the economy and stuff, but people are pricing in a recession for this year, so that means that it could be until 2024 that we see some positivity in the markets around crypto. But crypto out of Celsius, ooh, oh my God, Manel, you lucky duck, $5,000 2 days before they froze withdrawals. That is awesome. Shout out to Sun Devils. R.I.P. Yes, I miss Sun Devils as well. He was our good, friendly Arizona hunter. I wanted to meet him. He wanted to meet up with me when I drove to Arizona in like August or September. I think it was September, but I couldn't do it. It was too quick. I didn't have enough time. But yeah, then he was gone shortly thereafter. He left Manel, and then he bought, if I remember correctly, he sold his entire inventory, and then he bought the MasterChef, right? Didn't he buy the MasterChef, Manel? That was the very first MasterChef sold, the very first MasterChef printed. I think it was. Oh gosh, I always think tomato whenever. Yeah, he has the MasterChef. So he has he being Sun Devil has the first printed MasterChef that he did not print. He bought it from somebody in Canada. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he bought it. So, R.I.P. Sun Devil. Hopefully he's back. We'll see. He was not an Android. He was a iPhone player. So I wonder if he gave up his test flight spot and someone grabbed it. Obviously, a very coveted spot. But yeah. So big news on the structures front. So I wonder, with the bank going by the wayside, will we see any other type of epic structure? Or is it going to be, let's bring in the gift card structures? Is that going to kind of take priority now? The Starbucks and the H&M, and I forget the list, but there was a long list of the partners that they're going to be bringing in. So I would think that kind of that's going to take priority. A Trade Shack fountain, but that's not an epic. I was thinking epic. The Trade Shack could be epic. I don't know. Yeah, there's been talk about Trade Shack's VW rules. Well, you probably already know. You maybe just mean like, hopefully they bring those. That would be pretty sweet. Casino. You got me, man. Let's go with the Sin stocks, baby. I want a casino. I would love somehow for us to be able to place bets with keys. That would be so much fun. And it's a moneymaker, man. I think we're not supposed to talk about gambling. So I probably won't talk about that anymore. I don't think you're supposed to talk about that on Twitch, so maybe I should stay away. But I think that would be pretty sweet, Hoth. A flower shop? I don't know. So what you're thinking, like Gia needs more Anthurium, Manel? Is that what it is? Doesn't she have like 4,000 Anthurium? Oh my God. But a print shop. So the idea with the print shop was that you would be able to like loan out your blueprint. Is that right? And then you would get a kickback if somebody used it. I remember people talking about that with the print shop and wanting to be able to loan out blueprints to be able to give the blueprints a little more value. So that would be pretty cool. Almost 4,000 Anthurium. Gia, you are like you have so much value in, not just in keys. You have so many freaking keys, but also resources. It's crazy. But I know that you and Manel walked your asses off for those Anthurium during the Hawaii event, because obviously I remember seeing the snapshots of your like 60, 70,000 steps, and like seeing the inventory that you had for the Anthurium just go up and up and up and up. I did not. I stopped. So I went really hard during the Hawaii event, and I still remember that feeling because I was trying to be a top 5 finisher, and I still remember that feeling when it was Con Man, which, by the way, where is he? I was trying to figure out what was going on because I saw the leaderboard. All of a sudden, turtles were popping up, sea turtles were popping up, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? There's been no envelope saying that they finished, and I figured out that there was 4 people that had finished, and then Con Man messaged, and I only needed like 2 drops of Anth. I needed like 2 Anth drops, and I'd just been driving around not getting anything. And Con Man says, I'm 10 minutes into my print, and I was like, I wanted to throw my phone, and but I just like dejected, put my head down, turned right, got the hell out of Hollywood, and went home. And that was the end of my quest for the top 5. Con Man beat me to it, defeated my spirit that night. Oh man! But then I kind of gave up. I didn't hunt that hard the rest of that event, so I only ended up with like probably an extra 1,000 or 1,500 tops of Anthurium. Gia, is that why you want a flower shop? Are you looking to like loan out your flowers? Because we need that Anth. We need the Anth, Gia. Flood the marketplace. Please. Please, it's too expensive. Yes, when Trade Shack. So the idea behind the Trade Shack was what? That we would be able to get rare materials, right? I think that was kind of the idea, that it was a new way to get materials that we needed for old like epic blueprints and things that you can't get from just from random drops from vaults, right? I think that was kind of the idea. So not to say it's totally unnecessary now, but with like Adventure Road, with contest boxes being very regular, with the quest rewards giving you those materials, is it as necessary to have a way to get those resources when we fairly regularly have them being put into the marketplace? Even resources like the nigiri that go into the Adventure Road. So I mean, I've liked that because I have the Sushi Chef blueprint, and I obviously don't have access to the nigiri outside of the auction house, so that's been good for me to be able to buy that stuff. But that was kind of the idea that I had known Trade Shacks for, was to get materials that you could no longer get because they were only event only resources. So we'll see. Maybe that will be the next epic structure if banks are being delayed and we're not going to see any return. So I guess that the reason that there won't be banks and that we won't be able that Coin Hunt World won't be able to offer a yield is because they were kind of planning on using Celsius or whoever to generate that yield off of Bitcoin. Is that why? Or is it maybe because without any competitors they don't want to offer a yield on Bitcoin and Ethereum? I don't know. Could be any one of a number of reasons, I suppose, but I guess we'll have to see what happens with the structures. But good news on the green vaults, interesting news on the bank vaults. On the bank structures and the just structures in general. Get your foreman QBs and your construction QBs while you can, everybody. And Beats, please list some. I know. And then I think the other guy I always see that's buying blue paint, probably to print them, is West Beach. West Beach Music is always buying blue paint because I'll sell it fairly regularly, and I get bids from him pretty much every time I put down 10K blue paint. There's a bid from West Beach Music, so he keeps me afloat with my blue paint, thankfully. So we'll see what shakes out with those structures. But I'm excited. I want my green vaults. Cuckoo Puffs did talk briefly about yellow vaults and the possibility of buying those, but he said that while they've talked about it, he thinks it's unlikely that they would sell those because they're too valuable. And then he kind of talked about having them do something else, but yeah, not being purchasable. So I think that'd probably be good not to have the yellow vaults be purchasable. There's not enough, that provides you the $1,000 yellow vaults. That would be, the reason I wouldn't want the yellow vaults to be sold unless you could place them is because there's too few. There's too few and they're too far away. They're already like pretty powerful to have the yellow vaults in your area. But then if you double it up so that you could even own the yellow vault, like I think it's a little too powerful, in my opinion, but if you could place them like they talked about with the green vaults in the future with tagging, being able to place a yellow vault, for $1,000, that's obviously a steep price, but that would be interesting. Obviously, that would be very interesting. I don't know how quick you could get the keys back on that, how quick you could get your investment back, because yellow vaults, you can only solve them once a week as opposed to once a day on the green vaults, and some people don't bother going there every week because maybe they don't have the keys, so that one might be a harder sell, but there would be people, I think, that would buy Yellow Vault for sure if they did sell it. $1,000, I think it'll sell. I absolutely think it'll sell. Playing the super long, that's exactly what it would be, Crashman. Illusionweaver talked about it and said that Coin Hunt World has way, way more engagement than games like Decentraland and Sandbox and these other games that have, real estate in digital real estate, and they don't have the user base that we do, or at least the engagement of a user base that we do. So seems possible that and not unlikely really that you could see that stuff appreciate, especially if there's any kind of bull market run on in crypto. Although right now I'm looking at it, it's kind of trending down. It's at 22.4. Was at like 20 over 23 yesterday, I think, right? So that's Bitcoin I'm talking about, $22,400. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. I'm happy with the news we got on green vaults though. So let's see, what else did I want to talk about today? I kind of wanted to talk about, I guess I got to get a little more organized on it, but just in general, the crypto tilt to the game. Because there was guys like PhonoChirp and Little Spaced Out that were talking about the NFTs in the game, and that would be a way to derive value, is obviously to get to either create make the Blueprints NFTs or make the Cubies NFTs. And so I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts on NFTs are, and whether or not that's like a good direction for the game to continue to go towards, or if NFTs are freaking dead because the crypto market is down and nobody cares about them anymore, and that like development time should be spent on something that is more popular, not just amongst crypto people, but just popular for anyone that wants to play the game, because that's kind of the trade-off, right? If you make it more crypto oriented than it already is, you kind of put off a lot of people right now because the crypto market is down, and you got lots of people that were burned by Celsius and BlockFi and all this stuff, and so they think they hate crypto again, and they think it's a scam, and would they stay away from a game that is really pushing NFTs and crypto that hard, versus going in a direction like gift cards, where that's kind of more a just move to earn game, right, as opposed to being a very crypto oriented game. So I don't know, just curious if you guys have any thoughts on that. I still like the idea of trending towards NFTs in general. I'm not a huge fan of NFTs. I actually don't own any outside of Coin Hunt World. I have my NFTs that I've got for starting quest chains and finishing top 5 a couple of times in the being a top 5 quest finisher, and then being top 5 in the global a couple of times. So I've got those NFTs, but other than that, I don't own my own NFTs. I own none. Obviously, I wish I owned some Bored Ape Yacht Club. That would be freaking amazing, but I don't have any. So I'll I'd be excited. I was really excited, I'll tell you, when December 2021, the Pat Morita event went off, and they were telling us like you were going to be able to get NFTs, and I had only been playing for a little while. I didn't drive to play the game, so me and my wife rode a bus like as often as we could, and we were able to pick up like 100 keys doing it, somewhere around 170 keys to 100 keys, something like that. And we did that several times leading up to the Pat Morita event because I really wanted the NFT. And I got it. That was my first NFT. I was super excited. It was really cool. I don't own it anymore. I sold it in the auction house. Not just pixels. Yeah, I don't know what will happen with that, Cole. I don't know what kind of purpose the NFT could have other than kind of just being pixels, but I don't know. I wish I could get a guy like, it seems like Little Spaced Out, or there's another hunter from Zaffron, I think is his name, from Vancouver, that talks about NFTs, and he seems like he's pretty into them. So I wish that they were in the chat and I could, get some info from them on what they see, how NFTs could be valuable outside of just being able to buy a blueprint or a QB with, crypto rather than with keys. Because I think that, it'd be nice if the NFT has some type of use as opposed to it just being, do I want to transact with keys or do I want to transact with crypto? I mean, it's nice if you can then sell your stuff for crypto if you want to sell, but I think it'd be good if there was some actual use case. There are a lot of applications for NFTs. I know that the tech has a lot of applications, Renee. How would we apply them in the game to make them useful? I'm not trying to be skeptical about it. I just mean like I'm looking for ideas so that they could be useful as a game tool as well. So, because I would love to have them in the game and to be useful in the game. That would be really fun. Even if they're not useful, I think it's nice to have them be, have an option to off ramp it for crypto rather than just for keys. So even without any use, I think that there's good reason to have it in the game. But it'd be cool if there was some additional use. In crypto, I guess, like in general, what I've seen is that NFTs they can kind of use it as a ticket, so that like, oh, I have access to be able to do X, Y, or Z by owning this NFT, whether that's like get interest by farming certain things or be included in other auctions, stuff like that. But basically just use it as a ticket, where they verify like, look, okay, this person is the owner of that NFT, so then that wallet is able to do these things. So I've seen that, so maybe there's something related to like just proof of ownership allows you to do something in the game. I don't know. We'll see. Coin Hunt Fest would have been a great. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Coin Hunt Fest is a great opportunity to showcase any new piece of game mechanic that they have. I think that there will be something there that's new. Structure NFTs, that would be cool, Cole. I absolutely think that there will be something new at Coin Hunt Fest. When we were chatting, I think I brought this up in the last stream too, but talking about the Christmas event 2022 versus 2021, I think that even though it was basically just a repeat of the event, and in 2021 it was an event that everyone loved, I think that the reason that it was less loved in 2022 is because it was so new and there were so many new mechanics and so much new stuff to get hyped about, versus in 2022 it was very much like same. So I think that they'll introduce some new stuff in Coin Hunt Fest, whether that's the quest line will have some new mechanics, or the monument will have some new mechanics, or just the simple fact that we've all traveled there and they're going to have some type of new mechanic where, I don't know, interacting with something kind of along the lines of the sushi quest, but maybe a little bit different. So I think that they will showcase a new some new tech and new things to do in the game at Coin Hunt Fest, and that's why there's a bit of a break between the events, leading up to Coin Hunt Fest, to give them time to work out the kinks, because obviously there's no delaying. So that's something that, if events in the past have been delayed by a day or two, no big deal. I mean, I know some people take days off and that does suck, but like in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really impact anything, right? But a quest or the monument can't be delayed for Coin Hunt Fest because we're all there for those very select days. So if something doesn't go right, that's going to be problematic, because it's not like you could just push it back a couple of days and then have everything be great. So there's definitely, some pressure on the team to make sure everything is right. And I think that, again, that's why there's a bit of a break, and why, we're not getting any events prior to Coin Hunt Fest for 2023. So should be interesting, though. Should be fun to be there and have whatever new mechanic. Please, there's got to be a new mechanic. I'm sure there will be one, but please see whatever is going to be there. So let's see what's going on in the Discord. I know my buddy Nelek Zaffron. See, he's the guy. He's the one. He's big on NFTs, and I like chatting with him and a little spaced out about it. Cat printing time. Rail, my boy, buying my cat BPs. Minel talking about his bet on whether the cat BPs are going to sell out or not. What if all the cats need to be sacrificed for a rabbit? I don't think so, Wally. There's going to be no rabbit BP that you get out of the cats. Question about, do they count against the 10 UV slots? So that was something that somebody raised in our chat, is whether those would count against you. And I want to say that Illusionweaver has already talked about it and said that they will not, that they're different, they're not vaults, they're structures, and that there's basically a different category of counting the structures. And I don't know if there's going to be a hard limit on how many structures you can have, but I believe, don't go to the bank on it, but I believe that they're not going to count against your 10 UV slots. So hopefully someone can confirm that at some point, but I'm pretty sure that is the case, and you can put them down to your heart's content as long as you can get them built and be okay. Still have your 10 user vaults without any issues. Happy year. Oh, it's the year of the rabbit. That's why everyone's talking about it. Oh, I see. Structure NFTs. Let's see. Where am I at here? I got to figure out. The camera goes. Oh, no. It's still on. Oh, cool. Sweet. Because sometimes it turns off when I swap windows. So glad it's still going. Let's see here. Yeah, but we got some good stuff coming in Coin Hunt World, guys. I hope you're all very excited about the Coin Hunt Fest and the green vaults that we got coming up. Illusionweaver has said end of the month, so we've got another 9 days, 9 days until the end of the month. I want to get my freaking my green vaults ASAP. I want to buy them. I'm just excited to do it. So I would love to see them in the shop soon, but I guess it won't be until after the cats are gone, which I don't know exactly how long that will be. I don't know if anyone knows how long the cats are going to be in the shop, but I would expect that we're not going to get green vaults until the cats are all done. So maybe. Let's see. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oops. Alright. No socials. It's going to look at next 7 days. Okay, so we've got some time. We have got some time. I don't have all the cats, Renee. No, I have no cats. I have a bunch of blueprints that I have right now that I bought. I wasn't around for the first round of in 2021 for Halloween, but yeah, I don't have any. 5 days left in the shop. Thank you, Crashman. Cole, you need Missy. Are you going to try and print it, or are you going to buy it, Cole? Everyone was saying I was crazy for thinking that Missy's were going to go for under a red key by the end of their time in the shop, but I don't know. I'm certainly not good at predicting prices in the shop. I think that if Gia and Manel are betting against me, that it's probably foolish to be on my side, on that side of the bet with me. But I still think that there's a lot of people that already have Missy and that aren't in need of Missy. So you're gonna try and print it. Oh, Cole, man. In case you were wondering, this is it's supposed to be my breakfast smoothie. It's very much lunchtime, but yeah, I have it pretty much every morning. Mixed fruit, oatmeal. What else do I put? Ground chia seeds, turmeric, and just some water. Very healthy morning. But I'm starting to get pretty hungry for some actual real foods. Oh. So yeah, but I do want to get all the cats, Renee, before too long. Like I talked about earlier, I want to have them before Coin Hunt Fest. I don't plan on trying to get them too soon. Like I don't want to have them, or I'm not planning on getting them before their the shop sale is over. I don't need to get them in the next 5 days. I'm looking in the next month maybe to buy Missy, because I'm sure I'll be able to print at least 3 or 4, right? So that'll leave me with 6 or 7 or 5 or 6 to get in the shop. Of course, I'm pretty positive that one of the ones that I'll need to buy in the shop is Missy, but I will buy it because I'm hoping that there's going to be a reason to, that there's going to be an epic blueprint that we're going to be able to get at some point as a result of having all 9 cats. Because otherwise, why open the shop back up? That's my thinking. Why would they open the shop up to sell the cats if there's no reason to have all the cats? The tikis, it was the same thing. They opened the shop up. There was a reason to have them. I know that, the reason to have all the tikis is a very niche one, but there is still a reason, well, actually not to have all of them, but to have a good amount anyways. There was still a reason to have them. So the cats, there's got to be a reason. Smooth lunch. The reason better not be to torture us. That would be the ultimate troll, man. Oh my god. But to be fair, I think Illusionweaver is perfectly capable of trolling the crap out of us. But I don't think that this is one of those times that he's going to be doing that. So I'm thinking that there is a good reason to have them. Hopefully it's not going to be before I buy them all, because that would be pretty catastrophic if it turns out that it's before Coin Hunt Fest and sometime in February they do something where they're like, okay guys, cauldrons are hitting or whatever, throw your cats in here to get the epic blueprint, and then I'm sitting there competing with every other person that was procrastinating on getting the cats in the auction house to try and buy everything. Missy's would be going for multiple reds probably. So I guess that's another way you could look at it if you don't want the epic blueprint. If there is a reason, and the second they give it to us, man, those cats and that Missy is going to be going for some insane amounts, super high, because even for the for the epic QBs that you needed for the Halloween event, George and Laura, man, those were going for a lot if you needed to buy one. And Missy is probably a lot harder to get than George and Laura, because it's just such a limited run. There was only 20,000 of those blueprints. They're not unlimited, obviously. So I think that is a lot harder to get than the George and Laura were for the Ghost blueprint. So maybe I should get them sooner. I don't know. Learn a lesson and try and get them before too long, so that way I've got it ready. Because I did have to compete for the Ghost blueprint. I did not have all 9 QBs. I did have George and Laura, thankfully. but I didn't have the elemental, so I didn't have the air QB, and of course I didn't have the white QB. And you know, both of them I paid up for. The air QB luckily wasn't too much. I think I paid maybe 1 or 1.5 yellow, somewhere around there. The white QB I paid more for, though I think I got a decent deal in that kind of mayhem. I think I paid like 400 or 500 keys, something like that, and I saw them going for like 600. So that's what I was thinking I was gonna have to spend. So I was thinking that was gonna be one crazy expensive blueprint, because you know I was sacrificing my pilots that cost what? That was 2,000 key cards, right? For the pilots, each pilot was 2,000 key cards. So that one was a very pricey blueprint. And you know, obviously with the pilots, you had a chance to just reprint, you know, George or Laura, like like our good friend Manel did with his army of Lauras that he had. But I'm sure he sold at least a couple during that event to be able to recoup some of his loss with those key cards, because yeah, that was a big key card thing. Because I remember him showing us his stack of key cards that he had gotten during the event, and oh, just going down and down and down because he kept printing Laura after Laura after Laura. Oh gosh, Manel is a very fun person to follow around on his Coin Hunt World journey. Oh goodness. But all this to say, maybe I should look at getting the cats earlier rather than later. I do have 40 blueprints left, so I could start printing them. You know, maybe at some point I should do like a printing stream and try and stream them for you guys. Just print like cat after cat after cat. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'll have to bone up. I don't have that much paint. How much paint does the cat blueprint require? Let's see. All right. Cat QB blueprint. It requires, okay, so it's 1,000. So I got enough for quite a bit of printing. So I will do that, guys. I will print at least like 20 or 30 on stream so you can see. And maybe I'll get a Missy. You never know. Maybe I will get a Missy. Because I think what I've been told is that you can go to the print shop, open up the print shop, come back to your house or go back to wherever, and just don't close the print shop. Just stay in it, and you'll be able to print from there, and you'll be able to continue to get your stuff. So I think, hopefully, I can do it that way. I might have to test it, though, to make sure that it doesn't just bomb out. But that would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Let's look. I like looking through Illusionweaver's comments just to see if there's anything beans related that I've missed, because I'm in the Discord quite a bit, but you know, it's just you're in and out. He's in and out. Oh gosh, the equip the Tiki Chief, that hurt, because I had a Tiki Chief, and I have the blueprint, but I sold it, so, and I don't have the Anthurium yet to print another one, but and we're getting our we're gonna get our article, our 2022 wrap-up article pretty soon. I think Illusionweaver was saying that they're going to be getting that done pretty soon, hopefully. Real life version of Coin Hunt Fest. Oh, Renee is in charge of most of the organization. Okay, Renee. So what is the Coin Hunt Fest beans that you can tell us? Oh, snap. Interesting. For all the VIPs, we'll go to this. He says that if you are a VIP, maybe not hit it on Friday when you arrive at Coin Hunt Fest. It's not critical if you really want to. What is it the Yellow Vault that he's talking about, I assume? Oh, so for the quest, so it's not part of the quest line, it doesn't seem. He says it's not critical, but that if you have a VIP, don't hit the yellow vault. So how could that be where it's not critical, but if you want to, don't hit it? I don't know. Will it give you a better payout of some sort? Maybe you'll be guaranteed a specific resource somehow? But yeah, so if there are any VIP, Medrich, I think, is out there with a VIP. If you're still listening, do not hit the yellow vault when you get there. So I did not see that. That's why I like to go through his stuff from time to time and see what beans I have missed, because there's always beans flowing. Which, by the way, thank you, Illusionweaver and Renee, for being in here. I always appreciate it. Thanks for popping by, making the stream awesome. Our little messy cubie. I talked about that on my last stream. I didn't have as much of a problem with the 1000 white paint as some people, but I understand their concerns. So Hunter's Lodge is going to be on Saturday, March 11th, which I plan on streaming it. So Illusionweaver has said that there's not going to be a stream done on YouTube, like by them, I assume, like an actual Coin Hunt World produced stream. But I'm going to stream it unless they tell me that I can't, which I can't imagine that they would. So I'll be streaming the Coin Hunt, the Hunter's Lodge on March 11th. So I don't know what time that'll be, but I will definitely be streaming it. So if you guys want to check it out and you're not going to be in Vegas, watch out for my channel. I'll be doing loads of content while I'm there. Your favorite toast is going to be on a panel while I'm there as well. So, hopefully that's going to be awesome. There's going to be some great panels. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I'll be streaming a bunch of stuff. Obviously, I'm going to stream the quest. We have a party bus going on the Friday where we have, I think at this point, like 10 or 11 confirmed riders. So I'll be streaming little bits and pieces of that. Definitely when we get picked up and I can introduce you to the hunters if they all want to be on stream, and then different points in time. So I'll be streaming a little bit of that, and of course, like I said, the quest and anything hunting oriented that's going on that weekend. I'll be streaming. And maybe whatever else I can too. I don't know if there's other panels and if they want us to stream it, if they allow us to stream it, maybe I'll do some of that. So yeah, tune into the channel if you want to check out anything Coin Hunt Fest related. So March 10th, I think, right, is Friday. So that's when I'll be starting. Yeah. So let's see. Training your memory is good for your brain. I agree, Illusionweaver. Mine sucks, even with training. Epic Achievement QB. Yep. Oh, Crypto Nerd. Let's see. Yeah, I wonder. I know that Coin Hunt Crew was talking about how many rooms might be left, because at this point, the only way to get general admission ticket, which is the only tickets remaining, is to buy a room at Resorts World for the entire duration of the event. So from March 10th through the 13th or whatever. So I don't know how many are left, but on the Coin Hunt Crew podcast, one of them went onto the site and said that the site was telling him that there's only 2 rooms available for that selected date. But my guess was that either that was like the general rooms that are available, meaning that Coin Hunt World itself had blocked off a certain amount of rooms, so those rooms are considered unavailable by Resorts World. But maybe when you put in that like Coin Hunt World, thing, that it would still book, even if it said there was like no rooms available. But Coin Hunt World has a block set off. So that was my guess. Is it's either that, or it's either just some selling tactic where it's a load of crap and there are tons of rooms available, and they're just trying to get you to book, because that's what I think a lot of times when I see something that says like there's only so many available, is it's a load of crap and that they're just trying to get you to buy it. Usually I buy it anyways, but I assume the worst. So let's see here. Anything else from... Oh gosh, I also did want to talk about... I've kind of been ignoring the chat. Don't know if any of you guys are in here. There are 2 different types of rooms available. Oh. You'll probably forget smooth lunch. You're gonna forget? Ah, thanks, Manel. That sucks. So if I want to stream that, I'll have to stream it from the Toastmobile on site, which I can do, and I think that's really what all you guys would care about anyways. So I'll still do it. I'll just be sitting parked in a bank parking lot, because that's the parking lot that I can go to by my print shop, and I'll go and print out a bunch. And if anybody here wants me to, I would be willing to do it today. So if you care, if anybody cares to watch it, I'll do it today. It'll take me like about 10 minutes to just like, actually really wouldn't take me even that long, but a few minutes to drive on down to the print shop and do it. So let me know. Also, if I Eat Moondust listens to this, so there are 2 different types of rooms. Oh, I see what you're saying, Cole. Oh. I am starting to be a little bit nervous about not having Missy, Manel. I'm starting to FOMO, and I will be paying multiple reds probably to get it. But I still want to use my, like, I don't know. I don't want to print all of my all of my cats. I think in general it's always better to buy the QBs rather than to print them. I think it's almost always a better like strategy to buy rather than print. But I'm starting to FOMO about Missy and just in general having those freaking cats. So, but let me know if you want to see that now, or otherwise it'll be later in the week. But I was gonna talk about our good friend Fua Mike's. Oh, another one bites the dust. No. Man, I love the guy. He was so cool. I DM'd with him from time to time. Very positive dude. Just really fun to chat with. You know, I didn't know him that well. But he kind of stormed into the leaderboard in, I think it was in September, when I was battling it out with Conman and Rudy Tootie. And he stormed up behind us and he took 4th place. And I was like, who is this guy? I hadn't really seen him that much, but I don't know when he really got super serious. Maybe I just overlooked him or didn't notice him that much before, but very cool guy, and he recently got the ban hammer. So we've got a couple of big-time hunters. You know, obviously Beardy went before our favorite Ontario bearded hunter, and Fua Mix now, which means, of course, because he, along with Manel and Gia, was one of the first to buy the VIP ticket. So I believe that Illusionweaver said that those VIPs are not being recycled. So any burned VIP is burned, and that they're not reselling them. I think that's what I read. So there will be less VIPs. So, you know, fewer people getting that QB, and fewer people, you know, that are at whatever specific VIP stuff we have, whether that's a brunch or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I was really disappointed to hear that he had been banned. There are already enough VIPs. There are quite a few VIPs, Manel. If you want to volunteer yourself to be banned, go right ahead. That will be one more burned. But yeah, there's quite a few VIPs, so don't think they need to resell that. We got Richard the Bacon King. Those were the 2, Richard the Bacon King and Trugoy, that have their VIPs as of the last one. Our boy Adham, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but the Toronto hunter. Applications to sit next to Manel will be available soon, and donations will be open on my channel if you'd like to make it so that I am the only person that has to sit next to Manel. So if you want to donate to make sure you don't have to sit next to Manel, let me know. Just kidding, Manel. Just kidding, buddy. Bacon brownies. Yes, bacon brownies are supposed to be a thing. That's what Richard the Bacon King says he's bringing. Which I have never had a bacon brownie. I've had like bacon on donuts, which is delicious. I love brownies, so I'm in it to win it, baby. Let's do some bacon brownies. That'll be good. And then getting to meet Trugoy. I know Conman has hunted with him a few times and said that he's really cool. So I'm excited to meet Trugoy. A real OG. He hit really early a purple vault very early on, where he was the only guy to hit the purple vault. This is when basically the only person hitting purple vaults was Block Boy. But he hit one. I think it was in Washington. So he's an Oregon hunter, and he went up to Washington, I believe, to hit a purple vault. So he's a true OG and a big time player. Gia will be my #1 buyer for a seat away from Manel. Okay, so we can auction off the seats as they get closer and closer to Manel. They get cheaper and cheaper. Trugoy is awesome. Yes, another Oregon hunter. By the way, this is just a plug that I guess I'll have to do. If anybody out there has Amazon Prime, you are entitled to a free subscription to throw at your favorite Twitch streamer. So all you do is link up your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and then every month you have a subscription that you can give to a Twitch streamer, whether that be me or anybody else. If you have a favorite Twitch streamer, please go support them. If you have, it's free to you, so you might as well. That's my plug for that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting Trugoy. Cole, looking forward to meeting you, buddy. It's gonna be awesome. Need to stay away from thrown eggs. Well, you'll have him, Manel, and Mr. Unpopular Opinions that are going to be getting, I think, a bulk of the backlash, especially if any of his crappy unpopular opinions are ever implemented by the Coin Hunt World team when they think, oh, you know what? That's a great friggin' idea. Let's put that in. So if you're watching or listening, Kata, watch out at Coin Hunt Fest. But eggs are expensive right now, so I don't think anyone's going to be throwing eggs at anybody. Maybe some tomatoes, maybe some fake eggs. I don't know. But eggs are too expensive to be throwing at people right now. I think it was Wally's that said he was paying $12, so basically $1 an egg. Oh my gosh. You have more of them, Toasties? More of the eggs? All right, man. Throw away. Oh, you're Kata? Smooth Lunches Kata? Oh my god. I was wondering who you were. Get out of here. All right, guys. So now you know that he's been in here this whole time, ready to throw more unpopular opinions at us. No, we don't want them implemented. No. Yeah, see, I didn't know who that was. Nobody knew you were Kata, but there you go. So I guess anyways, back to our banned players. It's crazy. The big time players that get banned. Hate to see it. Yeah, exactly. Now I understand why asking for Anthurium. Exactly. I know, G. I have to compete with him. It's so many random people that I compete with when I'm trying to buy Anth, and I'm like, oh my god, what are all you people buying Anthurium for? Like, I know you're not. I'm pretty sure you're not one of the few with the Tiki Chief. But it's really annoying. Oh my gosh. But the turtle is such a bad print. Oh my god, that turtle is such a bad print because he's not worth that much. And even though I like him, he's a great QB. And it costs 2,000 Anth. It's crazy. It's too expensive. Stop printing it. Don't print the turtle. Don't print the seal. It is not worth, even for a leaderboard run. Don't print the turtle. It's not worth it. An epic, the best case scenario, you get first place, and that's 6 red keys. The turtle print costs you more than 2 red keys. Don't do it. It's not worth it. So really only print that turtle if you just gotta have it. Otherwise, buy the QB. Don't print it. I printed. Foolishly, I printed Kata when I was going for the top 5. Even though I knew I lost, I printed out of I was gonna shout that out. I know. I know that there's a big batch of Anthurium out there that has a bid for 1,000. So I don't know who's got that bid in there for the 1,000, but I'm keeping my eye on it. But if I have to buy more cats, that's problematic because right now I have like 0 keys. I have lots of blue keys, like around 3,000 or something, but I have very, very scarcely few any other keys. The rest of my keys are basically red keys. I don't have anything else, and I only have 2 red keys, so pretty much all my keys are in blue keys at the moment. And I'm not gonna buy something for 1,000 blue keys. That'd be bonkers. But you spend some on cats, well, go print a Missy and get your money back. That's all I got to say about that, COD. It's an easy fix. Just go print them, get your money back, no problem. That's the way it works. Now I really want to print my cat blueprints. Golly, that's what gets me. I'm not good at saving stuff. But again, I'm gonna message everyone. Please stop printing the seal. Definitely never print the seal. The seal, I printed that like stupidly for a leaderboard run. It's a rare. It's worth very little leaderboard points, and it costs a red key to print that sucker. Oh my god. That one is not worth printing at all. It's such an expensive. Was it W.R. Willem or however you pronounce? I never pronounce it right, but whatever. I think he was the guy, or was it Worm, that printed the sneaky seal during the quest line, and was just like, "Gee, get out of here!" That's because you had so many anthurium. Is like an afterthought to print the turtle for you. But yeah, he printed that sneaky seal, and that took him. As soon as Lionlocks shared the recipe for the turtle, everyone knew if you printed the seal, you were out. There was no way you were going to be able to top 5 that quest, because it was half of the amount for the turtle, and that was so hard to get, just the seal. So I think it was crazy because you could either advance the quest chain with the sneaky seal or with the surf QB, which was super easy to print. So I know that's actually been like something that the turtle QB is really cool. I still have mine. I'm not gonna ever sell him. That was a fun few days. That was probably like that and QB Air were the most brutal few days for me. Like lack of sleep trying to get a top 5. But yeah, I won't sell that QB. I really like the sea turtle, and he costs so much that I could never print him again, or I wouldn't really print him again. So yeah, I wouldn't get back to that. But I was gonna say that a topic that I've kind of heard and seen discussed recently is that the QBs are getting harder and harder to print in the quest chains. So you have stuff like the sneaky seal, obviously, but that was a while ago. But the ugly sweater, where it required 1,000 yarn, and that was, obviously at the very beginning, that was really tough to get. By the end of the event, there were rare trees in lots of places. So if you were more of a city-ish player, you didn't even have to live in a city. But by the end of the event, you could get lots of yarn. But at the beginning, it was really, really tough. So that 1,000 for the ugly sweater seemed very insurmountable. So lots of people were, kind of rushing to buy the ugly sweater from the auction house, or just in general being very upset, thinking that they had no chance to finish the quest because the yarn was going to prevent them from advancing. And to be fair, not being able to advance past that part meant that you were going to have fewer shots at the epic, right? Because you needed that ugly sweater to be able to advance to get to the epic tree, or the big Christmas tree. I forget what they even call it. They had changed the names, I think. So it did definitely slow down the quest. But yeah, that's been something that people have been talking about. Are the middle QBs in quest chains, have they been too hard recently? I don't know. I don't think they have. I think that at the beginning of the quest chain, it seems really hard, and then as you would go through the quest, they up the drop rates, and it just gets easier and easier. And I don't think that they're that unbalanced. Now, in terms of printing it afterwards, I'm not going to print them. I don't think I'm going to print the ugly. Well, maybe I'll print some of the ugly sweaters at some point, but I only have the one, and I sold it. I don't have any now, so But yeah, I think in general that it's still okay from what I can tell. I don't think that it's too difficult to print those mid-tier ones, but obviously that's coming from like a city perspective, so I know a rural perspective would be slightly different there. Not sure what's harder to print, the Tiki Chief or the turtle? Well, the turtle is like harder on your soul, because if you print the turtle, you've lost, I don't even know, a lot of keys. I know this is not going to be perfect, but let's see. We can see what the last transacted prices were on the Sea Turtle QB, because it requires 2,000 Anthurium. And let's see, auction house. So, oh god, we have not had a person put any QB price for the Sea Turtle in for a long time, but 820 in September, 1,300. So these 516, that had to be like right after or maybe even during, but it went for 2,000. So yeah, I mean the return that you get on the Sea Turtle is crazy low, like so low that it would be, I don't know, ridiculous to even consider printing it. The Tiki Chief, I mean, I sold one recently, so I know what mine went for. I think I saw that someone else sold another one after I did. I put mine up for 20 keys, and it went pretty good. Oh, we still only have that one. That's crazy. I gotta start submitting my prices. I don't know. But I got 3 reds. Someone after me got a little over 2 reds. So it is dicey. How do I manage to talk so much? I don't know, Gia. I just can keep talking, I suppose. But let's see. Only different is what? Shells versus Cowood? Yes, I think you're right, Carta. I didn't look at the lays. Yeah, 3,000 lay. That's exactly right. So you have 100 Cowood versus the 5 turtle shell. So I think that the turtle shells are almost worthless. Like, so you could buy those really easily if you needed them. But you sold one for 4,100. You lucky. Oh, but you sold yours a long time ago, huh? Because that's a good price. Holy crap, that's a good price. Did you ever try and sell another one, or has it just been too much to try and get that Anth? Especially because if you try and sell another one, unless you're able to buy a red key's worth of Anth, you're up forging keys. You're turning yellow keys or even green keys and blue keys into bigger keys by getting the Tiki Chief. That's why that one is like, it's tough. It's good investment to try and convert like 1 or 2 red keys into 2 or 3 red keys. But if you're just looking at it from like, I'm going to spend, 10 or 12 yellow keys in order to get the Anth I need, I don't think it's worth it. I would rather have the yellow keys. I would not buy Anth with yellow keys in order to get wow, mid-November? What the heck? Were you after me or before me? I'm trying to think. Wow. So that was just slightly before me because I went in December. So, dang, that's solid. Yeah, because mine went shortly, sometime in December, went for like 3,100. And RIP, Fuamix, he was in a bit of a bidding war with somebody that I had never heard of. Can't remember his name. I could go through, I guess, my Discord messages and see. But couldn't find the guy on Discord. His name wasn't on Discord. So I had advertised it on Facebook. So I'm thinking that he found me on Facebook. He not found me, but found it on Facebook and thought, okay, I want that, that Tiki Chief. And so anyways, he was the one that got it. He took it to about, I think it was just over 3,000. I think it was 3,010 keys that I sold my Tiki Chief for. And yeah, but 4,100 is a damn good haul. But again, I wouldn't want to turn yellow keys into multiple red keys unless there was something that I was saving for, which So I wanted to talk about this as well because the Coin Hunt crew had brought it up, which is the purple vault possibility in Vegas. So when I was listening to this, like, honestly, my first reaction was no effing way, guys. There's no way they're gonna put a purple vault there. You have like the most hardcore hunters and some like hunters with serious key stacks that would be able to open and maybe solve that a purple vault. So I couldn't see. Yeah, Gia, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at Manel. I don't know, a couple other people, maybe Beats, obviously the OGs that have some of those profitable blueprints. But anyways, like, there would be a fair number. Blockboy, of course. Blockboy would just, yeah, exactly, Crash Man. So that was my reactions. I can't see that happening. But Medvrich said something that did make a lot of sense, was that, like, okay, look, guys, but if they put a red vault, now I'm not saying they're going to put either a purple or a red vault, but if they were considering one or the other, a red vault probably would cost them a lot more than a purple vault would, because there would be more people with red keys. The last purple was the El Salvador purple. So that, I don't remember the date, but whenever El Salvador went out of beta, they had a purple. No, it was El Salvador that had one. No one went for it. VW Rules Chick. I wasn't hunting hard enough when that one was purple and around. But I'm 99. Maybe I'm wrong, but I was pretty damn sure that they had a purple in El Salvador. But anyways, back to Medvrich's genius, as we've already been seeing that he's good at seeing what Coin Hunt World's going to do. That the red, because more people would have like several red keys, they would be able to hit it and get more money than if it was a purple vault. Because the purple vault, like I said, it would be much harder to solve the purple vault now. Even with everyone there, even with all the resources that you would have, there's so many possible questions for a purple vault that it could easily go wrong for you. And man, that would be like the worst. But I would still do it if I had a purple key. But I think that Med was right in that the red key, more people would get it, more people would hit it. There would still be a lot of people that get it wrong, but I think too many people would hit it, and it would result in quite a lot of money going out. Because there's 200 or 300 of us going, right? So I guess when you put it in that kind of perspective with the number of hunters going, I think the odds of having any kind of elevated vault are pretty low, purple or red. But it would be really cool to see a purple vault there, because I would love to see someone try and hit it live. I don't expect I'll have a purple key at that time, but you never know. But yeah, Jenny 808. Oh man, what a run of poor luck. I know what you're talking about there, Kata. Yeah, missing a purple vault. Oh wait, no, that was the last purple vault. What am I, crazy? Yeah, the Hawaii event would have been the last purple vault, or was it El Salvador? Anyways, there was the Hawaii purple where Jenny 808 missed it, and I actually talked to Makiki Tiki about this, and he may have talked about it in a podcast that he was on later on, but the question was, I forget what the question was, but the answer was basically around 1040, I think was the answer, was 1040. And he said that he didn't look at the bank of answers, right? He didn't look at her phone. He was just looking for the answer to the question. And eventually, of course, she had to guess. And she guessed 1420, which is 1420, right? And that's kind of like a trolly guess. Like, oh, that's very unlikely to be the right answer. Like, that'd be like, if there was one that was 6969, like, there's probably not that one. But he said that if he had looked at the answers, he would have been able to tell her it's probably that one. Like, when she was guessing at the end, he would have been like, pick that one. But yeah, she did not get it right. And so she burned a purple key, which would hurt my soul. That would be so bad, especially if you upforged. Can you imagine upforging 2, 3, 4,000 blue keys into a purple and then missing it? I think, yeah, there would be a lot of tears flowing down my, that would be a tragedy. But you didn't actually answer, Gia, I don't think. Let me see. The question that Kata asked, would you hit a purple if it was there? Would you or Manel hit it? Could you hit it? I think you could. But would you hit it if there was a purple vault in Vegas? I wonder who would hit it. If there's anyone out there that has any other guesses, like I said, aside from like Beats or Blockboy, of course. Blockboy's rolling up there with. He'd have to spend several hours probably up forging his stack of blue keys into a purple, but he could do it. That would be very interesting for sure if they put a high value vault there. But I don't know. We'll see. I did feel bad for Jenny 808, and on top of her purple vault luck, she obviously got the unluckiest hunter during Christmas, which was absolutely insane. It was like, I got it wrong last time. I said 170. I think it was closer to 130 epic trees that she hit without getting it. And again, I'm going to reiterate what I said last time. It seemed weird because the biggest clutch in 2021 was only 62 vaults. 62 epic trees, whatever. And the biggest clutch the following year is twice as many. Did they cut the rate in half? Because that's just not right. So I don't know. And then on top of that, like, people with their conspiracy theory that it was easier to get in Canada. And I hit I hit several epic trees here in LA before I left to Canada. And then I hit like a couple of epic trees in Canada. Nutcracker spit out. So I don't know. Again, I said this on my last stream, but do with that what you will. But it did seem like the drop rate for the Nutcracker was a bit screwy. And so sorry, Jenny 808, that you had such terrible luck at the Purple Vault and at during the Christmas event. Hopefully you'll have a bunch of hunters join you next Christmas, put down a buttload of epic trees, and you guys can just turn into the Vancouver of America and knock it out. Big shout out to my boy Space Navid. I forgot, I never mentioned that. First overall in the USA. He was one of the hunters that did the Tiki Chief quest along, with some great people. But yeah, that was a big shout out to him. He knocked it out, got it done. First overall USA. Congratulations to you. That was awesome, man. I know I congratulate you on Discord or whatever, but shouting out on stream here, yeah. That was really cool to see your name pop up. And also, I was like super surprised. I didn't know that you and Sweet Rowena were like going that hard. I knew you were there, but to try and get the top 5 finish, that was really cool to see your name up there. But yep, we got some good finishers for the Christmas quest, even though it was very difficult, and I had to buy a nut. I didn't get a second nut. That is one thing I did not get while I was in Canada. I got one nut here, and that's all I ended up with. I won my nut luckily overnight. I put in a bid, and I won it. It was not that much that I bid, because I think they were going for like around 200 a piece, or at least like 175, and I think I got it for like 110 or something like that. I just got lucky. It ended. No one was bidding on it, so that one I did not expect to get, but I got it. Bye, VW Rules Chick. Sorry I missed you there, but thanks for tuning in, and always appreciate having you in. Yeah, thanks. You would not hit one, Kata? Come on. Do we have a K-Hag on the line? Is K-Hag there? Is that what it went? How it went down when he hit it in what, Hawaii or London maybe? I wish that he had his London stuff up, because I know he streamed it, but he did not save that to YouTube, so those are gone forever unless one of the hunters out there recorded it. But yeah, all of his London adventures are not watchable. So I've never seen it. I wasn't playing back then, and I never saw it. What an adventure though, and it was really cool when Is This Allowed, the UK hunter, was on. Get out of here, Manel. The answer is Vancouver. Oh my God, what was that? Was the question who finished the freaking first yellow vault? Oh my God, I wish I could have helped. Wish I could have helped LA try and compete a little bit more. Oh man. And then we could have had the Foreman blueprint. But I know you sold yours, so I'll bring that up. Little salt there. I don't know if you ever got it back, if you ever bought yours back. But yeah, that Foreman blueprint could end up being very, very valuable if building, if structures need them and they're quite helpful. So we'll see. LA has our very own architect now, so I will be hopefully getting some help from a local block boy if I put down the green vaults. Actually, to be fair, he probably will buy at least 1 or 2 green vaults for himself as well. But I didn't buy it for 5 reds, so I don't know what I did with those 5 reds. But yeah, that's actually a pretty good price. That's crazy. I didn't know it went for so much. But yeah, I'm just still buying it because I think they only go for 100 at a time. Yeah, I know what you meant now. I'm just surprised that you sold it though, because it was obviously such a rare one. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the structure stuff, and like I said, hopefully Block Boy can help me out with building some structures if he's not using his architect for his own green vault. I don't know how much hunting gets done in Hollywood, to be honest with you, though. When we had the Halloween event, I went to Hollywood like once or twice, and the Marvins went to Hollywood, and there was nothing. When I went, I got a common and 1 rare, and I think they went a couple of times and they saw nothing. So Hollywood has not got the hunters that it used to have, which is odd though, because I still see their vaults and the QBs change. Not all of them. There are definitely some dead vaults there, but the QBs do change from time to time. So I guess they just weren't interested in playing it that hard. Because even for Christmas, I went up there and there were not trees, but everyone had put on their freaking Christmas QBs. I'm like, how can you guys have your Christmas QBs on and not be putting down at least a couple of trees? Like, what the hell? Just put a rare down. This is when I was looking for rares. I didn't even need the epic. I was just looking for rares, and they didn't put anything down. So that one was a big disappointment up there in Hollywood as well. But that's okay. We had it on lock in Santa Monica. We'll call it Little Vancouver. We had our 3 epics there. It was a good event for us. But yeah, I wish I could have seen, though, back to Block Boy, I wish I could have seen those London streams. That would have been a lot of fun. That would have been a lot of fun. Oh, and I was talking about, sorry, I got sidetracked. Is This Allowed? I guess he saw that Block Boy, or heard about it maybe on Discord, had gotten mugged. So anyone that is newish and didn't hear the story, but Block Boy went to London to open a purple vault in 2021 sometime. I think it might have been like August or September 2021. And he got mugged and his phone was taken. And so he's in London with no phone. And Is This Allowed heard about it and reached out and I guess gave him like an old Android or something. So that's pretty rad. And Is This Allowed is coming to LA to ride on the party bus. Him and one of his friends, I think, coming all the way from the UK to LA to join us on the party bus to Coin Hunt Fest. So he got his VIP. He was early on. I remember talking to Is This Allowed like long time ago, and he was like totally just an auction house player. So yeah. I think it was Is This Allowed. Maybe I misheard the story, Manel, but I thought that he recently went on a Coin Hunt Crew podcast and talked about it. So I could be, I could have misheard or just misremembered, but I thought it was Is This Allowed that said he did it, not that it was someone else. But I don't know. Maybe he's taking credits. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So I was I was on the money there. Yeah, I guess it was is allowed. Dogs poops a lot. Dogs poop a lot, huh? That was as a UK player that was banned. Makiki, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. We were just talking about Hawaiian hunters. Of course, having to shout out Jenny 808 for her rotten luck with the purple vault, and then the freaking nutcracker that was busting everyone's balls in Hawaii, and really like all of America. Like it was not dropping in the USA. So we were just talking about that, and but good to have you in here. I saw your like most recent Tiki Chief design stuff. Super cool. If anyone's listening that hasn't seen like Makiki Tiki's Discord post where he posts some pictures of little like I don't know how to call them figurines because it's almost like offensive. They're really cool, but yeah, he's watching some big wave surfers. That sounds pretty amazing. Are you at the beach watching it, or are you watching on TV? Oh my god. It's a little too cold to be friggin' big. Well, to be honest, there's probably big wave surfers that would absolutely brave the waters out here right now, but it's too cold for me to go in the ocean. That's for damn sure. Oh, on YouTube, okay. I am not going to be going. Our water is cold as hell here in Southern California and all up and down California. So I will not be jumping in the winter. Psycho 808 is there at the Big Wave Surf Contest. Nice. Shout out Psycho 808 again, another Hawaiian hunter that was really, really great to all of us that did the Tiki Chief quest in December last year. So big shout out to everyone there that helped us out and showed us a good time and was just generally super, super nice, super great hunters. But yeah, Makiki, overall number 1, taking it from Block Boy. And if you're overall number 1, that means that you have a gigantic lead first to second, because Block Boy had a big lead. And with the amount of hunting and running and everything that you do, it's hard to imagine like a time when you will be caught. So that's got to feel good, man. Having you up there is pretty crazy. It's cool. Hawaiian hunter representing number 1. Although I was curious because we had another Coin Hunt Crew topic they were talking about was the trivia leaderboard. Oh, Kata! Wow, thank you, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Beats and Zach not too far behind. I believe Beats is not too far behind, but Zach, I think Zach. Well, no, did he overtake him at one point? Maybe he did. I don't know. Beats is tough though, because Beats is definitely going hard, but Zach I think has slowed down. I don't even know if Zach's like playing really much right now. So I think Beats was the only one you got to worry about. Oh crap! I forgot. I had my train of thought totally interrupted. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, actually, I could get derailed here for Zach. Like, I'm missing the old Zach and Beats podcast if Beats is ever in here. Mr. Casual now. Mr. Zach is Mr. Casual, you know, and I haven't seen Rudy Tooty as much in the Discord, but I know he's still hunting hard, so it's hard to call Loopty the complete king of Kansas City, but Loopty went from being Mr. Casual to flipping it on his head, and he got what, number 2 in the globe not too long ago, and Zach's over there like just floundering, and Loopty has a VIP pass, so which I don't even think if anyone knows, but is Zach going? I don't think he is, right, to Coin Hunt Fest. I don't think I've heard if he's gonna be at Coin Hunt Fest, but that would be interesting. I mean, he's super casual. He's holding the architect blueprint, and obviously that's something with structures coming out that would be more valuable, but it's tough. His experience with the legendary blueprint has made me wary of wanting one. Like, I don't think I would sell everything in order to get one. Like, the way it's being raffled off, if I get it, which, you know, I know I'm not going to get it, but, like, then sure, maybe I'll keep it. but I would not buy one because it's just too big a responsibility to the community. But then not only that, the process of getting all of the resources that are going to be required is insane. And you're talking about basically upforging tons and tons and tons of keys in order to get the huge amount of resources that are needed. Like what he did. I think he said the cost to print was basically like a purple key, I want to say, something like that. Is that right? And he got barely over a purple key back. He made a small profit, but when you think about what he got, a purple key and a bunch of red keys, yeah, it took a year for Zach, and he was playing a lot, and he was actively buying all the stuff he needed. I mean, it didn't help that one of the resources that he needed was the scales, right? I think so that those ones were really tough to come by. Now it might be a little bit easier because we have the constant flow of resources in from the Adventure Road and from the contest boxes, whereas when Zach did it, it was, once the resources or the events came back, then the resources would come back. Otherwise, it was really tough. But even still, I don't think it's like exactly. Yeah, I think it's a bad investment, Manel. That's basically where I come from. I think the only way you would want something like that is if you just think it's super cool and it's collectible. Like, people spend money on collector stuff. Like, it might have, Manel. It might have. It's a flex. It is also a flex, Kata. But yeah, I think that's the only reason that you would do it. Yeah, I know, Manel. I like, who cares about it, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, if you like stuff, you like stuff. Like, why would you buy an expensive, Michael Jordan rookie card or, something like that, because you want to. You just want it. It's cool. Like, whether anyone cares about it or not, like, you could do it. And if you really wanted it that bad, like that, then hey, man, more power to you. Like, I think Block Boy kind of feels that way about it. I'm not sure, or maybe just thinks it's a good investment. I don't know. But for me, the only way I could like rationalize that in my head is, look, I'm going to be throwing keys away, and I just got to hope that for some reason, somehow, in a few years, this thing is worth like crazy amounts. I don't think it's going to have another passive. I think it's just going to be able to build structures faster. I don't know. Maybe that's something that I missed. But I don't think that they wanted it to have another passive. And that actually is one of the other kind of annoying things, to me anyways, is that if you buy that QB, like for instance, you kind of have to wear it all the time because part of the benefit is that extra 10% resin that you get. Oh shit, 3 boosts for the Architect. All right, so 1 boost is the resin, 1 boost is the structures, and 1 boost is mysterious. Okay. To be fair, Coin Hunt World changes stuff from time to time, so we don't know if that's gonna, stay or if it's gonna go. They could just leave it at 2 boosts, but you never know. But yeah, I think that it's annoying that you have to wear it all the time. I like to switch up my QBs from time to time. I like wearing my Wombat. I like wearing the Sea Turtle. I like wearing, QBs here and there, just changing it around for whatever reason. But in this one, you have to wear, every time you go out hunting, you have to be wearing that, or else it's a waste because, it's worth that resin. So, and I know that's something that Zach has like kind of complained about, like for the contest specifically, where he doesn't like to have to remember. I know he's gotten a lot of resin since he's worn it, Kata, but for sure resin is dirt cheap. Like, when I was scraping together my purple key, 100,000 resin was 1 to 200 keys. If I was lucky, it was 200. If I was unlucky, it was going for just a little over a yellow. So resin has been dirt cheap recently. But I would say he's probably got... I would have to think it's somewhere around 500,000 resin that he's gotten. At least 300 to 500,000 resin, I would think that he's gotten because he was hunting hard for a long time while he had that architect. So I would think that somewhere around that amount of resin is what the boost gave him. So if he sold it at a good time, which I'm sure he didn't because he was probably just holding it for the most part, then it was worth more. But yeah, if he was selling it right now, even if he got 500,000, that's worth like, 5 yellows to maybe a red if you're lucky, but probably more like 5 to 6 yellows, which is a small chunk given that was probably like a year's worth of wearing it, that he would have gotten that 10% boost. So that would be like, I don't hate the legendaries, and I think, again, if I was going to have a legendary, paint would be a very powerful thing, but you never know, like, when structures come out, like, how much resin is the green vault going to cost? How much resin is it? Oh, no, I'm good. How much resin is it going to cost? Is it going to cost 100,000, 200,000, and then when you get more structures that come out, now again, I would guess people would say, like, when structures, like, okay, green vault structures are coming out soon, but like those are going to be pretty small. And I would say too that there will be a lot of unbuilt green vault structures. I think that some people will buy them just to hold them. I think that there will be a fair amount of people that go in, buy them, and don't plan on building all of them that they buy, or maybe any of them. But I think that there will be some inactives, basically. Gajillions of resin. Gajillions, that's a technical term. But yeah, it might raise the price a little bit, maybe. It depends on how many they sell. If they sell 1,000 green vaults and they require, oh my god, this is going to just expose my terrible math, but 1,000 green vaults and they require 100,000, what's that, 10 million resin? That's not that much, I guess. So that really wouldn't make a big dent. And I can't imagine that, want an unpopular opinion? Kata, oh my god. Shoot, give me your unpopular opinion. What do you got, man? Some of these are actually popular, though, to be fair. You say these things, and then, like, some of the Coin Hunt crew, they're like, actually, when I think about it, like, but yeah, I think that I couldn't imagine it being more than 500,000 resin to build up, if that's even a requirement. I don't know how. Only the person who buys the green vault or structure can add resin to it. We don't know what it's going to be like. Is it going to be, do you need to add an assload of resin? Or is the community part going to be just contributing cubies to it? I don't know. Because unless it requires like 1 million resin per green vault, lots of whales will still be able to put down several green vaults, even if they cost hundreds of thousands of resin. But that would be interesting. I don't know if that would do anything for the price of resin. Maybe, I guess. Some people would be gajillions of green paint. You know what, Crashman? I hadn't even thought about green vault, green paint. It's probably gonna. It would make sense that it would require a bunch of green paint. I don't know how much green paint I have. Quite a bit. I probably sold a lot of that too in my quest for the purple vault or purple key. So that would hurt if it required a good amount of green paint. Maybe I should buy some. I should really buy some of the cheap, like, no, Makiki Tiki. I believe there is a building phase for the green vaults. So Illusionweaver was in here earlier talking about it, and he said that it would require the new like building mechanic. So whatever that is, we don't know what the building mechanic is, but he said that it would require the new one. I don't think it's going to be you just go. He did also say, though, that you had to go to the green vault, solve the green vault in order to put your structure down there. So I guess you couldn't just do it like remotely, although I wouldn't even know how that would work anyways. Yeah, he talked about that a little bit. So I don't know if there's any way. I'll try and summarize that at some point, maybe after in a quick YouTube short, and go through this chat to see what he said, but he was in here and he was dropping some good knowledge. So if you want to go through and find his messages, he was in here dropping some stuff. The cats are burning green paint. That's true. The cats are going to burn green paint. They're going to burn yellow paint. I think there's quite a bit of green paint in the marketplace, so I don't think that there will be like a shortage or a run on green paint. You know, it might go up in value a little bit, but it's so cheap, you know, it shouldn't be much of a problem, and it's so common. The yellow paint, I think, will definitely be the bigger bottleneck and the more expensive thing to buy. And obviously it's probably only like 2 or 3 weeks where we'll have this this need for the paint, because after that I think people will have already printed all the cats that they want and stuff. So I think that's kind of where my mind would go on paint prices on based on the cats. But the initial sale of green vaults would be ready to go. Gosh, I don't know. Is that something that Illusionweaver had talked about, Makiki? So I'm wondering, like, that would be interesting. That would certainly be very interesting. I would think that they would want it to have like a structure building mechanic just to introduce it, but it might also not be ready, whatever that mechanic is. I don't know if it's ready for prime time yet, if they're still testing it, if they're still developing it. So it might not be something that they could implement. So maybe it will be ready to go. I thought that he had said that it was gonna, require the new building mechanic, but that maybe is something that like subsequent sales of green vaults would be. But at this point, I still believe that it's going to require the new building mechanic. He also did say, Makiki Tiki, in case you're interested, that you would be able to buy multiple green vaults, so it would not be limited to just one. Oh, okay. So there you go. Maybe. Illusionweaver did not talk about that in the chat, so that could be it, that just the first release would skip it. Subject to change. So he said that you would be able to buy multiple green vaults. He said that there would be a cap on the green vaults per country. So yes, probably uncooked beans. Yeah, who knows? I don't mind. Like, give me all the beans you want. So we'll see what happens there. But it's always good to have him in here and talking about ideas and things that he's thinking about for the game. But could be some uncooked beans. I don't know. Unprompted, I was just kind of asking about the number of green vaults in general, because Limpy had talked about wanting to buy just loads of green vaults, so I was curious. And so he said you'd be able to buy multiple. There would be a cap per country. We didn't talk about what the cap might be, so are we looking at like 100, 1,000, 50? It could be such a wide range of numbers, and if it's lower than say 100, I think there will be a lot of competition, and I think that they will sell out really fast. If it's like 1,000, then I don't think that will sell out that fast. It might sell out, but it would sell out pretty slowly. So we'll have to see. I'm super interested. I cannot wait for those green vaults to hit the shop. I would be slightly disappointed if they didn't require the structure building mechanic. I mean, I guess in a sense that would probably make it easier for me, but I want the new mechanic to be in. So I know people might feel differently about that, whatever, but I'll have to look through too, because I was just thinking about when I got blitzed by all those spammers, and I don't know how to get rid of people. I think maybe I have to have Twitch open, because right now I'm just doing everything from OBS, but I'll have to figure that out down the road. I'm looking forward to getting out there, Makiki Tiki, back into Honolulu and doing some more hunting out there, because even though I was there, I did not do anywhere near the amount of hunting that I would have liked. I didn't even get to walk from the YMCA to the airport like Corlithiel did. Freaking madman. I've never heard of someone walking to the airport, but in case you didn't know, Corlithiel let us know that he walked from the YMCA to Honolulu Airport, and it was a very interesting experience going through dripping with sweat because it was hot and muggy. It was nuts, Makiki. I was like, Corlithiel, you are one of a kind, my friend. You are one of a kind. Oh, man. We definitely got luckier than you caught on the weather. And Makiki Tiki told us not to do it later in the day, so we went early. It was nice. We got lucky. Shout out Makiki. That was good advice because it was definitely more brutal as the sun was out. It was not so fun. But anyways, the green vault stuff is pretty cool. So you could go through Makiki Tiki, like I said, and see what Illusionweaver had talked about there. But maybe I'll have to look through Cuckoo Puffs' Discord messages too to see what he's talked about. But he's kind of all over the place. Illusionweaver talks more beans, but Cuckoo Puffs is harder to keep track of, like some of the things that he says on Discord. So, but I'll do that maybe on a subsequent one. I was talking about Makiki Tiki. I will do a stream, I guess not today, but a different day where I'm going to stream myself printing a bunch of cats. So, did you buy any cats, Makiki? We had a lot of people that had bought some, I would say, but earlier I think that there were not a lot of purchases. Okay, during the last Hunter's Lodge. Okay. All right. Well, we shall see, Makiki. We shall see. But yeah, there weren't that many purchases of cat blueprints. I plunked down a red, but I've sold 10 already, or I have 10 listed in the auction house that will sell. Not for more than 20 like other people have been getting, because like some people have sold like one at a time and they're getting like 30, 35 keys for it. Wow. Okay, 62,000 is the amount that was there earlier today too. So the purchases have really slowed down. Do we have any bets on where that will end up? I think that it's going to end up at about 61,000. I don't think that it's going to sell that much more in the last 5 days. I think that generally this stuff is like when it's released, that's the obviously big chunk, and there's a very slow burn afterwards. No. It's so far, Crash, about 18,000 have sold, right? Because I think there was supposed to be 80,000 cat blueprints left at the time that the auction or that the shop opened up with them again. Let's see. Maybe the wiki can tell us the answer. Blueprints max 100K. Blueprint sold 100,000. Let's see. First time available. 21,000 sold. So far we've sold like 16,000, I guess, something like that. Okay. So it might sell a little bit less this time. There might be, yeah. So it looks like slightly fewer have sold this time around than last time. But my God, Makiki, 120 with no Missy. What's the drop rate on Missy? Let me see. Missy Cat's supposed to be a 1%, so you had bad luck with that, it seems like. And I think that those are supposed to be like the drop rates, right? Not just user generated data. But that's supposed to be the actual drop rate. But let's see. Oh my God, Missy's QB value, they listed at 1,500. Oh lordy lord. Well, the last transaction on here, but we know that these are stale because people aren't reporting these individual sales. But 2,300 for a Missy, dear lord. My God. I do not have the keys to buy a Missy. Goodness gracious. Yeah, well, hopefully, are you planning on printing all 50 of yours, Makiki, or are you keeping some for an investment? I want to have all 9 before Coin Hunt Fest. I think something's going to go down at Coin Hunt Fest, so I want to have all 9 before then. I don't think I'm going to try and print Missy. I think I'm just going to try and sack up and buy it. 120 prints gives a 65% chance. Yeah, so that's some rotten luck for you if you didn't get it, or because you didn't get it. Gosh, you're gonna keep printing till you get Missy. I respect the hustle there, Makiki. Do you have all the paint you could ever need in order to print it? I can only imagine, because you're just out there grinding it out day in and day out, running for those vaults. So I have to think that you have like more than enough paint to supply yourself for all those prints. So I generally tried to hit happy hour, but recently, like, man, I've been 220k yellow. What a beast. No, I have been not hitting it so much, and I went through my big stash of paint when I was selling in order to get the VIP. So my paint stacks are pretty pathetic. I've got between like 50 and 100k of pretty much everything except for purple and red, which obviously I have significantly less. You bought 15 plus the free AR one. Yep, yes sir. That's about right. You get the free Adventure Road one. It would have been smart to sell the Adventure Road one as soon as you got it, I guess, at this point, because those were the ones that were selling. Yeah, I did not do that. I have my 50. Well, I've got 40, and maybe I'll dump. Should I dump one more red into it and just pray to God that I get a Missy? It just, the math is so screwy though, because like the 1% chance just doesn't add up, because then it's so much cheaper to print it than it is to buy it if they're going for like a couple of red keys. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. But hopefully, I'm rooting for you, Makiki. I'm rooting that you'll print that Missy really quick. You'll just buy her. RNG is not on your side. You know, I generally don't like to rely on RNG either, Kata. I'd rather, you know, just buy it and guarantee that I've got it. So that will probably be what I do, but not a guarantee. I mean, obviously, if I print Missy, perfect. I won't have to buy her. But I can't see myself getting that lucky. I can't see it happening. So I'll just print a few cats on stream, see what happens, because 10 cats is going to take me almost an hour to print, right? Or to stream, because I think it's 5 minutes per print. So I'll be chatting and printing for a long time to try and get some good prints going. But I have enough paint probably for only about 40 or 50 prints, something like that. The yellow paint, I think, is the thing that I'll run out of. So just need some happy hours. Need some happy hours to hit so I can get out there. I don't know when happy hour was. I haven't had my phone available because it's filming for me. But I probably missed it because I don't think it was last night. Because I was up kind of late for me last night. So if it already happened, hopefully all of you guys hit it and got your stuff in. Got your red paint, your purple paint, yellow paint, green paint if you want it for the cats. Yeah. Makiki, do you still run for the game? Like I got into running like more recently because it allowed me to more reliably hit all 8 without like having to just put too much time in, basically. Because for me, it's like maybe 2.5 to 3 hours to get all the walking quests in by just walking. Probably closer to 3 hours most of the time. Mostly walking. Oh man, beast. So I tried running, but oh my god, I'm getting old because like my knees have been screaming at me, and I had to stop. So I haven't been running for the last like week. Happy hours at midnight UTC. Oh my god. Hey, Illusionweaver's back in. Hey, what's going on, Illusionweaver? Makiki Tiki is beasting it. He's got to be going. He has got to be going. But yeah, I was trying to run, and oh my god, my knees have just been crying out. So I have got some new shoes. Hashtag when shoes. I think Cuckoo Puffs has talked about that. So there we go. Confirmation. The #1 Coin Hunt World player will be at Coin Hunt Fest. And his name is Makiki Tiki. On a Sunday morning panel. Bam! There you go. Makiki's on a panel too. That'll be cool. Makiki's got a lot of knowledge about, just the kind of the early goings of Coin Hunt World stuff. So, and then just the cool things that you've done, all the purples that you solved, flying to those little islands. I forget where the purple was, but oh my gosh, Makiki, Illusionweaver. I don't know. Maybe he's got something, ready to be thrown. I don't know, Illusionweaver. But like I said, eggs are probably off the table. They're really expensive. We've had a lot of inflation. So RNGesus works in mysterious ways. He does indeed. he worked in Canadian ways, Illusionweaver. I keep saying that I got the blueprint when I went to Canada. I was hitting epics here in LA, and yet Canada was the one that spit it out, Toronto. Oh my god. Chinese New Year was terrible, Makiki Tiki. I sold my yellow dragon out of anger and frustration because the freaking scales were so hard to get. Conspiracy 100% caught. 100%, and I think it's true. But they're so nice. I don't know. Have you met Manel? Have you met Manel? But but yeah, I guess. Oh my gosh, freaking Chinese New Year. That pissed me off so much. Stupid. Yeah, and now I'm upset that I sold it because I hate not having blueprints, and I haven't bought it back. At some point, maybe I will. And I didn't even get good keys for it because it was so hard to print the stupid yellow dragon, which was still really cool. When that came out, that was like the coolest QB, just floating there in the sky, so like ominous and cool. And yet, you know, oh my god, the scales just wouldn't fall. And after the first day, I thought, oh, this is gonna be great. This is easy because I had good luck the first day. And then it became very evident by seeing all of the different drop rates from everyone else that the number of vaults I was hitting per day, which was about 100, was not going to be enough to get me the resources to print that sucker. So I sold my yellow dragon for 700 keys. Oh. All right, Makiki Tiki, it's good having you in here. Thanks, man. Always appreciate chatting with you. Looking forward to seeing you in Vegas. Have fun out there hunting today, if that's where you're heading to. But what time have we got here? All right. Actually, I think it might be about time for me to wrap it up because I'm friggin' starving. And we've been going for a while. Loth is coming up soon, so hopefully everyone here gets to tune in to Loth. Check them out tonight. Thank you so much for joining me, for chatting with me. I appreciate everyone being here. Illusionweaver, of course. Thank you for spilling some information about the green vaults. Appreciate it. It's giving us some stuff to think about in terms of investments coming up here real soon because there's only 9 days left in January. And to all the people that were in here, Crashman, Kata, Manel and Gia and Makiki and VW Rules Chick and a bunch of other people that were in here. Renee that made it really awesome. So thanks everyone. I'll be streaming again soon. Like I said, I will be streaming my prints of the cats. I have 40 in my inventory now, so I'll print maybe somewhere between like 15 to 20 because it just kind of depends on time because that takes a while obviously. So tune in for that at some point, maybe tomorrow. I have the day off, so possibly tomorrow. Anyways, thanks again for being in here, and hopefully I'll see you guys again. Oh man, don't worry. No, my Missy duplicate is staying in the inventory because I'm gonna need it after no, I'm just kidding. That for sure would go up in the auction house. But yeah, for my third print, maybe I'll save that one because I'll probably get like 3 or 4 Missies. So. Everyone take care. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Happy hunting. Good luck out there. And I will see you next time. Toasties out.